Should we try that? Should we try starting from scratch?
Oh, he's come back.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming back. He's returning.
Hi.
Hi, Hen.
Can you hear me now?
Him and I.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can hear you well.
Good, because I'm having to say it loud and clear.
Okay. Right. Are we ready?
It's also slightly disturbing. The close-up on Hayden, slightly disturbing. Not too disturbing, but just the right level of disturbing.
Right.
Disturbing enough.
Yeah. Not too
In the
much,
face
not
of
too
heresy.
little.
I
In the
have
face of diabolical
pre-rolled.
deeds and evil plans.
I've
carried out with glee.
I've pre-rolled a few things for tonight. You'll see them as they come in. The first of which is this.
Siegfried's death.
Previously on Dark Heresy. That's right, bitches. It's my turn. Right.
Why should you guys have all the fun, fucking players?
Right. Siegfried and Otto headed to the Officio Orchard at Porteous, where they learned from an adept that Holfane had paid to have the record of Shuttle 341 Beta Sky altered 6 times. What is that?
Feedback from Hayden, I think. It's Hayden, I'm afraid.
Hayden. Is it me? Yeah. It's not me, I believe.
I can tell it's you, Hayden, because like when it's coming from you, there's like a green border around your screen, so I can tell who's speaking at any one time.
Yeah.
So like Dave's getting feedback when he speaks. It's feeding back.
Well, let's try.
Yeah, I think I get a bit because my mic's really sensitive, so it picks up like little things like me rustling bits of paper and stuff.
Super.
Doop.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Hayden.
Well, that's a very crystal clear Hayden's voice, but with a frozen picture.
Hi.
Hi, Hayden. Can you hear us?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn my camera off.
Yeah, not the camera off.
Yes, turn it off.
Bandwidth.
Yeah.
You sound pretty good to me now, mate. How do we sound to you?
Yeah, how's it sounding?
All right, a little bit cutting out, but that'll do.
Okay.
Good enough?
You discovered that the shuttle's records had been altered 6 times, with the origin point of the vessel changed from a vessel known as the Oath Unspoken to that of Capex Orbital in orbit above Hive Decilium. You also discovered that the manifest of the shuttle had been changed from rare off-world goods to rare foodstuffs. This, the guy you found, Gaius Antishern, explained was to reduce the chances of the shuttle being inspected on arrival in Port Gaia. Siegfried then murdered the adept before he and Otto left the building.
Of course, no loose ends.
Meanwhile, Gaius used his inquisitorial seal to gain access to the Arbite's precinct and met with Justicar Drummond, who told him he had been filing reports marked for the Inquisition's attention for 8 years to no avail. He said he knew nothing of a black cylinder, but gave Gaius a data slate with copies of all his reports, a good few hundred different reports. Over 100 of these referred to various Xenos items impounded by sanctuaries and Arbites over the last 8 years. Many more detailed reports of rogue psychers and other acts of heresy. And also within those reports, you found reference to the 4 previous orbs, the 5th one being the one that you found on Landsgull Jam. All of these reports had been created by the sanctuaries, given to the Arbites. The Arbites had done what they could and were awaiting the Inquisition.
Wait on me. I think we lost Hayden. I think he's coming back in again.
He's come back here online.
Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah, can hear you fine when you've got your headphones in, yeah.
Just give us a sec, mate.
I've just literally swapped to my
Phone and earpiece.
Okay.
That sounds fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, better.
perfect.
Better.
Right.
If you got some Bluetooth to prop up your phone, if you've got a charger in it, that's what I do.
I've got a notepad.
Right.
That'll
And an
do.
ashtray.
That'll do even better.
That'll
Right.
do.
Gaius then empathised with the Justicar's frustration at being unable to receive inquisitorial assistance. Drummond offered the assistance of the Arbites in the future, should Gaius request it. Meanwhile, Canny managed to learn from a stevedore that Shuttle 341 Beta Sky had been unloaded earlier in the day, around 12 hours earlier than expected, and that the entire shipment had been placed in warehouse Beta 12, save for one crate, which had been deposited in loading tunnel 3244 Gamma, not far from landing pad Tertius 9. The group then met up near the landing pad. Siegfried and Otto hung around for a while, Siegfried loaning the adept his Huter auto pistol, and having a quick look at Otto's data slate on forbidden cults. Meanwhile, Canny, Gaius and Venetta headed into the loading tunnel, finding an empty crate which appeared to have held one of the black orbs. Gaius found a patch of fluid on the floor which Venetta described as corrupted machine oil, but they were unable to follow the trail any further. On the return journey, Gaius punched Canny for telling the Inquisitor lies about him. Canny apologised, and the pair hugged it out. Back at the landing pad, you were joined by Justicar Drummond, and at precisely 6 p.m, Shuttle 341 Beta Sky arrived as planned, despite also having arrived earlier in the day. You watched as 8 heavily armed men and 4 hooded men who seemed to be chanting unloaded a large crate covered in runes and wards similar to those seen on Pandora and in Mesmeron's holding cells. The shuttle promptly exploded, killing most of the men and wounding Siegfried and Canny as they approached. Gaius spotted a dark, bulky form with snaking mechadendrites watching them from a platform above, who turned away and fled the area. From out of the damaged canister, a twisted, pale form arose, draped in broken silver chains. The demon host, Speyer, who butchered the remaining guards before turning his attentions to Siegfried, telling him once again he should have taken his offer. The beast, it seemed, was the same one that offered Siegfried a deal on the Pandora station. It told you to tell your mistress that Speyer had returned to claim his prize. And after hurling some wart lightning around for a bit, it burrowed through the landing pad, dropping down into the hole it had created, and vanished. Gaius approached the hole, peering down into a sheer drop that went down and down into the lower hive and beyond. Okay, let's do some map shenanigans. So here we are.
Shenanigans.
Still on the landing pad. Okay, so the hole is roughly where Gaius is on there. It's 6:15 p.m. The shuttle burns. Warning klaxons and alarms sound all around the port. The smoke from the fire billows up into the darkening sky of Desilium as the sun begins to disappear over the horizon. Screams of panicking civilians fill the air, hundreds of them fleeing towards the distant gate. The few dozen sanctuaries there struggle to hold them back, but they are seriously outnumbered. More sanctuaries begin to rush in from around the port, moving to reinforce their comrades. But it's utter chaos, and the sanctuaries, although heavily armed, look like they're about to be overwhelmed. Drummond to all units. Converge on Gate 7 and support the sanctuaries there. We're about to have a riot on our hands. Proctor Goodland, take charge of the situation. Lethal force authorised. No one gets out. Drummond moves towards the burning shuttle, shielding his face from the heat. Intelligence to Ashford. Landing pad Tertius 9. Now, I'll need a full forensic report. He fiddles with a device on the side of his helmet. This is Justicar Drummond to crash response. I have a downed shuttle at landing pad Tertius 9. Send fire suppression immediately. In the distance, you hear the wail of a siren, and you see a bulky truck pull out of a building and head towards you at high speed. A long-barreled device stretching out from the roof as the vehicle sweeps towards the landing pad. Drummond turns to you, Gaius. What in the name of the Emperor's arse was that? And he points at the hole.
Fucked if I know, mate. Fucked if I know. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell just went on.
It's a long story. One that we can tell you later if we survive this. For now, we have a very serious threat on that.
What in the world is that? That's all I can say. What in the world, Drummond? Have you ever seen anything like that?
That, my friend, is the demon spare. Remember we took that little jaunt to the Pandora station?
Oh no, not.
I might.
Did I know about this?
Yeah, I believe you were there, weren't you? The guys was there.
You never told anyone about it. You were on your own when you encountered Spear.
No.
Well,
no, I don't
when I was doing my sweep, there was a container very similar to the one that exited the shuttle, surrounded by those guards. Within that container, there was a whispering entity, one that offered me various things if I were to join it. I refused, and said, "I'll see you later," which must have angered it slightly because it was gunning for me there. However, that's academic. What isn't is that we've got to go and get this thing and take it out. I believe we should contact Mesmeron and tell her that we've got the demon host Spare to hunt down. We also have a renegade heretic. We need to take him out as well. What are we going to do?
Don't mean to correct you, Johnny, but you did a little more than refuse his offer. You taunted him mercilessly.
Part of there's certain versions of the truth that I'd like to keep hidden. That's the abridged version of the truth. Flirting with the idea of becoming like a plaything of demons is not something I'd wish to impart to any of the team.
Okay.
Hold on, you keep going on about a demon.
I resist its will.
Keep going on about a demon. What on earth is a demon?
You don't want to know. All you need to know is that we need to find it and we need to take it down.
Sorry. Drummond turns to you, Gaius. Drummond turns to you, Gaius, and goes, "Demon, is this what you were expecting?"
No.
Someone fucking tell me what fucking demon is.
I was not expecting this.
What do you mean?
I was expecting something
Otter,
Xenos-based.
Otter, without scaring
this is well beyond my mission. But I must investigate all.
Okay.
Also, inform Canny of what a demon is, but give him a candy-coated version of the truth, so as not to cause panic.
Canny, am I?
I can fucking take it.
Am I correct in assuming that you have? Am I correct in assuming, Canny, that you have never left the planet before?
Of course, I ain't left the planet. Who the fuck ever leaves the planet?
Well, the distances between the stars are vast, and as a means of traversing these vast spaces, starships use a technology that powers them through a place called the warp, another realm constructed of mainly emotion and general nastiness. Within this realm exist vile creatures that are in service to one of the many gods of the warp, also known as the Ruinous Powers. We call these creatures sometimes demons. I believe what Siegfried is referring to is one of these creatures. In short, the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, so
no.
There's a bedtime story for you, Canny. If you can stomach it.
You know, I think I've seen a demon. I think I've seen a demon before. He had a face of worms and maggots. It's fucking Gladstock. He's a demon. He's an abomination. I swear it on my oath.
Otto pipes up again and goes, "Gladstock, a demon? I don't think so. He's
an abomination.
He's quite solid and rather friendly most of the time."
I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Was this before or after you took some of your Obscura, Canny?
What do you mean, Obscura? I don't tell you Obscura. Who's been spreading rumours about me?
Of course you don't. Of course.
I'm going to
Denial,
move up
the
to Otto.
addict's
I'm going
best
to move up
friend.
to Otto and get uncomfortably close to him.
Otto immediately backs off and goes, "My mistake, Kenny. My mistake. No, you don't even know what Obscura is."
It was a fucking mistake.
At this,
you don't make any more.
Easy, Kenny. We've got bigger fish to fry than dick swinging contests here. We've got a fucking demon to take down.
Vanetta moves up. Vanetta moves up to Canny, draws an injector from her med kit, pushes it into his neck. The blood spilling from your wounds begins to slow and stop as she begins to staple closed and treat the burn damage you have. Drummond watches the fire suppression vehicle rolls to a stop.
You're a gem, Vanetta. I always said it.
She gives you a soft smile and continues working on you. She heals you.
I think we're lucky to have our lives here. I think we're lucky to have our lives intact. I think we need to get the Inquisitor. You can't seriously be saying going after that thing.
I'm going to take the what is now a rather sizzling slice of bacon off my face that was Zach Zolfane's face, and just drop it on the floor.
I forgot you were still wearing that.
I know, just peeling it off like. I mean, probably a bit of my face, and I'm just going to replace it with like my hood thing. It's like, it's game time, bitches. Let's do this. Like
okay. Vanetta heals you, Canny. I've pre-rolled all this because it was really complicated because you'd all taken some strange amounts of damage. You are now at 4 wounds, and I think I've updated your character sheet.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, you have.
The fire
let's get the Inquisitor on the line. Oh, I'm sorry.
The fire suppression vehicle rolls to a stop by the landing pad. 2 men, assisted by a pair of heavy servitors, begin pumping foam from the vehicle's cannon and auxiliary hoses, dousing the flames of the burning shuttle. Drummond begins talking into his combead once more. He goes, "Lock down the port. Suspend all arrivals and departures. I don't care. Do it." "What? Who gives a frack about some dead adept? Let the sanctuaries handle it. Have them check the security feeds at the gates and the officio. Must I tell you how to do your job, Captain?" And then he cuts off his comment and goes, "My apologies. The sanctuaries are great at busting heads, but fuck all else for the most part."
I'm just going to remove what's left of the disguise that I was wearing, just so I've got the body glove on, and just chuck it into nearby fire while nobody's looking. Can I make a stealth test to see if anybody noticed?
Yeah, sure.
I passed.
By how much?
I got 38, so it's a agility, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I passed by 2 points. Yeah.
Drummond watches you do it.
Okay. Can he tell what's left of my outfit? Would he be able to?
Well, he saw you wearing it, and he's just seen you taking it off and throw it in a fire.
Yeah. I won't
to reveal your body glove.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Where are we? Vanetta moves over to Siegfried, running her auspex over his form as the stim Canny gave him earlier begins to wear off and pain begins to flood your system. And she finishes the scan and says to you, "Broken rib, no internal damage." She staples a couple of your wounds closed, injects you with another painkiller, and hands you 2 stims. Use these sparingly. They won't last long. A stim, by the way, lasts 2d10 rounds, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll use them when the time comes.
Use them when you need to. Drummond turns back to Gaius. "So, what you're telling me is we've now got some demonic motherfucker running around underneath the port. Do you have a plan?"
Probably just floating around, really.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we've got a plan. Yeah, tell them the plan, guys.
We have procedures in place for such an instance as this. And I'll look at Guy.
I'm going to inform my hires of the situation, band together, and then sort it out. Very simple, Drummond.
Yeah,
reinforce, resupply, and then make it. It's time to die.
Venetta moves over to Gaius, mopping blood from his brow and spraying antiseptic onto a burn from the warp lightning, before saying to him, "There's not a lot else I can do for you at the minute. You are still on 6 wounds. She failed her healing on you. Siegfried, you are on 2 wounds.
I'm just down to...
Yes, you can.
Am I down to 2 wounds, am I? Or...
You're on 2 wounds now, yeah.
Yep, that's better than none.
I'd like to go have a look down the pit that Speyer
Okay.
made himself.
As you're moving over to the hole, Venetta moves over to Otto and begins treating his wounds. And you notice Otto's glasses have gone, and so have his eyebrows. Make an awareness test. Can he?
Awareness? Is it sight-based?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what happens if I do this. Modifier plus 10, does that work? Try and use this this functionality.
There you go.
54. Okay, it's a fail.
Okay. You look down the hole, and you can see a long, long way down. The immediate hole that Speyer has carved for himself is literally the landing pad and the ground beneath it. But it seems that directly beneath the port is a large open space. Heading down, you can see multiple layers of various parts of the hive. There's crisscrossing gantries all over the place. Nothing directly below the hole. You can't see Speyer.
Do I think that it's climbable down this pit?
If you climbed through the hole now, there's very little to get onto. You'd have to sort of hand over hand under the fucking floor of the port. However, there are a number of gantries and openings nearby that you could perhaps get to if you had some sort of rope or a line of some description.
I have that. Are we doing this show fashion where, or can we arrange some sort of transport?
All right, guys. I think the first thing we need to do is tell the boss what's going on. I think she needs to know straight away. This is too big to keep it to ourselves.
I believe you're right. Who's going to make that?
And we need to decide: are we going to go after this thing? I think we're lucky to have survived. We're lucky to be leaving here with our lives. Do you really want to go after it?
I'm call Mesmeron.
We must go after it. It's our duty.
So someone.
When are we going to go after Gladstock?
Gladstock's another matter. We can deal with him some other time.
Yeah, he needs dealing with. He needs dealing with. He's a fucking abomination, I tell you.
Canny, he's on our side until he stops being on our side.
All right, okay. So it's okay. It's okay. Demons don't need to be killed if they're on our side. Then that's right. Yeah.
In a nutshell, yes.
Okay, so demons can be friends or enemies then. Yeah.
It's just the situational. Some demons can be your friend. Some demons can be your worst nightmare. But
Drummond
cleared that up for me.
Drummond's just
cleared that up for me.
Drummond's watching this exchange back and forth between the two of you and frowning at everything Siegfried says.
I'm just going to look at Drummond and be like, he doesn't know an awful lot, and I like to just keep him as confused as possible. We know the reality of demons and what they mean. We need to take this demon down.
You're right. And fucking soon, if that thing starts carving things up, we're fucked.
Can you provide us with some sort of transport to get down into the lower hives without having to sling a rope over the side and risk our almost certain death trying to traverse our way down through the underhive on a rope?
Yeah, Canny doesn't like ropes.
He peers into the hole.
Neither do I. Neither do I, Canny. Got a bad track record with that shit.
He peers into the hole and says, "We've not got nothing that can get down there. This is below ground level. Roadways, there are not many of them. Most of the gantries seem to lead into tunnels, from what I can see. The deep tunnels.
Okay.
You hear the rumble of a machine. turn to see a squat, wide-tracked vehicle heading towards you. The Chimera APC rumbles to a stop at the foot of the ramp. The vehicle's doors open and out steps a woman who might be in her 40s. It's difficult to tell due to the many augmetics across her face and jutting from the back of her head. A little picture of her. There we go. An array of Auspex antenna, viewing scopes. She's gone all squat for some reason. And sensor gear obscures most of her visage. She isn't holding a horrible alien hand. She wears thick.
It's one of those
deep
gene stealer's
robes,
hands from like the Carnival Catastrophe.
So hang on a sec. What am I looking at here?
The alien hand.
What's this?
This is the woman that's got out of the APC.
Okay.
She's not
I
holding.
was worried that was Vanessa for a second.
No, she's not holding an alien hand. She wears thick, deep red robes similar to Venetta's and has dark blue metal bands around one of her arms. Gaius, you know what this is. This is a Verispex agent, forensic specialist of the Arbeits. Drummond turns to her and says, Intelligencer Ashford, assess the shuttle, find out what took it down, full forensic sweep. As you command, Justicar, says the woman. And she walks past Venetta, bowing her head slightly, and says, 01001000, 01100101, 01101100, 01101100, 01101111. And she actually says the numbers out loud. And Venetta goes, hello, you could have just used Gothic.
If I know you, Dave, you've actually translated binary into words.
That was hello in binary.
I knew it. I knew you'd actually translated binary.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'd like to radio in Mesmeron.
Okay. Does
Like
anyone
to
have a long
light a
range?
low stick.
Okay.
Do we? Yeah. Do we have a Vox unit? I don't believe we do. I think it's back on the speeder, isn't it? Is there one on speeder?
Short range one.
I don't have a Vox, by the way. What about you
Do I
guys?
have a short range one?
I don't have any Voxes from copied.
Someone was given a Vox that was capable of reaching orbit. And I can't remember if it was. I can't remember who it was, but someone was definitely given one. Because Mesmeron told you to call her if you needed it.
Canny was able to carry it. I think it was Canny that's got it.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'll just check my equipment list.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Canny, get on the old blower and just contact Mesmeron.
He's not there.
He's not. Dear. That's it, we're screwed then. God.
Well, while Kenny's having a really big wee down the hole, I'm going to try and take the Vox speaker out of his backpack.
Yeah. Do you have tech use?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I am back.
Okay. So make a tech use roll, Gaius.
I passed.
Okay. You activate the Vox system, dialing it in as you've been shown how to contact the Reckless Endeavour in orbit. and you begin to speak into it, trying to raise the Vox officer aboard the ship. And you're met with just screeching feedback, sounds of whispered voices in the background, as though something is interfering. Drummond comes over and looks at your Vox and looks at you, and then tries his own Vox system. He says, "Local Vox is working. Hang on a minute." He calls into the Arbeits precinct, and you hear him ask an officer there if he has contact with any ships in orbit. And after a few moments' wait, he turns back and says, "Something's blocking off planet comms. We're fucking stuck down here."
No. So we can't get hold of Mesmer. Well, and we're not much. Don't think we're much a chance against.
Where's your faith, brother? We can do this. We've had worse. Let's go. I'm gonna get my rope out and sling it over the side of the hive. Over the side. I'm attaching something that's not on fire first.
Okay, so you're looking down the hole, Siegfried. Make a sight-based perception awareness test.
34.
Okay, you see. I've got a random page in here that shouldn't be here. This is from something completely different. How very strange. Okay, you see about 15 meters down the hole, a little over to one side, a small patch of blood that you can make out with your slightly enhanced eyes on a gantry leading into a tunnel, and it appears to be smoking.
That's our man. Let's follow it. Okay. Trail.
Okay.
I've spotted a trail, which is likely to be the demon's blood. Follow me. So I'm going to sling the thing over, and then I'm going to try and climb down.
Okay, so you've got a grapnel gun with this mono.
Fire it.
Okay.
Utility belt.
Make a ballistic skill test with it's 15 meters, so it'll be a plus 10.
I just rolled 100.
You fire the rope
All
and
the zeros.
it just fucking completely misses. You've lost 15 meters of your rope.
Damn the steamer! It's cursed my gun.
It does have multiple grapnels that you can replace, so you can try.
I'm gonna reload.
Okay.
Damn it! I never miss until now. That's what demons can do to you, boy. Well, I'm gonna look at Kenny.
Yeah, I know all about demons. Demons with faces of worms.
Drummond moves over to Gaius and says, "You're going after this thing, then?"
Well,
you gotta be decisive and show that you can do it. Otherwise, you're gonna doubt your entire integrity as an inquisitorial agent.
Is he a leader or a follower?
It looks like we are.
What's it gonna be?
I don't think we're prepared, but let's do it.
Hang on a second.
When have we ever been prepared?
Drummond snatches his helmet up off his belt, speaks into the combead once more and says, "Proctor Goodland, you're in charge. I'm leaving the port." And he puts his helmet and goes, "I'm with you," and draws his massive bolt gun from his back.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm at the sign of the Aquila, bow at him, and then I'm just going to quickly reload my grapnel gun and hope that nobody noticed me missing the first time.
Okay. As Drummond sees you make the sign of the Aquila, he just locks eyes with you for a moment and just taps his own Aquila on his chest.
Cool. I like it. We're doing signals. We have a bond. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try and fire another grapnel.
Okay.
48, that's a hit.
You fired the grapnel the second time, and it latches on to the platform below and to one side. You secure the other end to the shuttle, the securer part of the shuttle, not a horrible bit that's still burning.
Yeah.
You can now descend the rope.
I'm going to use a clip, attach my clip harness,
Yep.
and then I'm going to ascend it that way.
Okay. Make a agility test for me with
39.
plus 10 for the rope, plus 20 for the clip harness. So
That's
yeah.
a pass.
How many degrees success?
Bear with me, I'm just going to expand my character sheet. Bear with me. Few. Agility is 40. So we've just a straight pass. Like
No, because you had a plus 30.
Oh, plus 30, so that's 3 degrees of success.
Okay. Who is next?
I'm going
Hey,
to
Kelly,
take out
shall we
before I
leave
do
him
this, I'm
down
going to
there?
take out some clips and leave them there. Just attach this to yourself. That, and just put the clips there and pass one to the guys. Sorry, that was a bit messy, wasn't it?
Guys, you're not very, I don't know, as a leader, you perhaps shouldn't be suggesting that we abandon our allies.
I'm only joking, and then I'm going to
You go next, after you.
Yeah, I'm going to slide down.
He was just testing our faith, see if any of us would waver in the face of almost certain heresy.
So using the clip harness, Drummond also has some spare clip harnesses in the APC, which he was going to hand out anyway. So make an agility test with a plus 30 as you slide down this rope.
Yay!
How many degrees success is that?
That's just in.
Just.
So I'm so glad I didn't roll 100
100
when I was going down the fucking slide, because that would have been Siegfried dead.
Just use a fate point.
I know, this is what I mean. Like, he's dicing with death every action he takes, so it's like he might as well just go for it,
That one will never get old. I'm sorry.
I know, yeah.
I'm going to gesture to Otto and Vanetta and say, "Go on then, after you."
Otto eagerly leaps forward, attaches a clip harness, and slides down the rope surprisingly deftly and lands with ease next to Gaius and Siegfried. Drummond follows suit.
I'm going to turn and give him a nod. I'm like, impressive, Otto.
I thought so
You got
too.
skills, lad.
Drummond follows Otto. Drummond's a little bit clumsier, but he is wearing quite heavy armor, but he makes it absolutely fine. And the moment he touches the ground, the clip harness is coming off in one hand, and his bolter, maglocked bolter, is whipped off his the back of his armor as well.
Okay, are we all on the platform now then, yeah?
Just me to go, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Vanetta.
On Vanetta.
Oh, yeah, Vanetta.
We'll need Vanetta.
Vanetta looks a bit scared. She clips on, and she begins to slide down the rope.
I'd like to give her a push, Dave.
Okay, you give her a push. She zips down with.
The fate point coming up just because
she zips down with far more momentum than she or anyone else was expecting. And as she comes to the last meter or so of the line, her clip harness comes off, and she falls, and she lands right on the edge of the platform.
Grab her. I'm gonna try. And
she's teetering there.
I'm gonna quickly grab her. Like that.
Okay, make an agility test.
How do I keep trying to kill Vanetta?
21.
You grab Vanetta as she is about to fall over the edge and pull her forward, and she goes, "Oh, thanks, Siegfried."
I'll just wink at her.
Al, if you hadn't pushed her, she had failed her test and she would have fallen.
Wow, I saved her life, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she was going to fall. I'd already rolled her thing.
Awesome.
Okay, so Canny, you're doing whatever you're doing. Doing whatever you're doing while you're at the top. Would you like to clip on and slide down?
I'm ready to go.
With a plus
I'm ready.
30?
So
Plus 30, eh?
Mhm.
Oh god.
10 for
I
the
want
line.
to test the. I'd like to test the line first. Do I feel it'll take my weight, Dave?
It feels
I mean-
it feels pretty strong. This
Yeah.
this is a proper military grade mono rope. It's designed to take
Okay, I'll,
heavy shit.
okay, I'm going to let out a scream of aggression and also fear, and then run and jump.
Whoa, you done all right.
You
Ah.
slide down the rope, screaming. Your legs and arms are going a little bit all over the place, but you suddenly, before you know it, you land on the platform. Everyone looks a little surprised, but you've made it. You're okay.
Caddy doesn't like ropes.
This is how we do the Emperor's work. Let's go. I'm gonna head off in the direction of the blood and track it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll follow Siegfried.
Okay, so
This is
before
where I
you
die.
go anywhere, I'm just going to recap what everyone's at. Canny is at 4 wounds. You're classed as lightly wounded. You were
Yeah.
suffering from blood loss from one of the psychic powers Spear cast on you. Venetta healed you significantly and stopped the blood loss. Siegfried, you were at -1 and classed as critically damaged. You've been healed to 2. You've got a broken rib and 2 levels of fatigue. So you're -10 to all stats from now on.
Okay, right. I'm gonna.
Dave, I think
Yeah.
I'd like to. I think I'd like to heal some wounds using a fate point.
Yeah, sure. Wah, wah,
One
wah,
wound.
wah. Okay, so you're up to 5. That is your only fate point,
Okay.
yeah?
My only fate point.
I might just do the same actually.
Okay.
Just don't roll a 1. Anything but a 1.
I rolled really bad last time when I tried this. So what do? You put
Just roll a d5.
It's /roll space d5.
Yay! Get 4 wounds back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are at 10 wounds.
That's the way you do it.
Siegfried, do you want to... Oh, yeah.
Ah, No.
Since you guys...
strangely enough, no.
Since
I
you guys
prefer-
have done it,
I prefer being singed.
the others are going to do it as well. Venetta heals for 4. Otto heals for 4. Better than a kick in the fucking gonads. Drummond doesn't need to heal. He is at full wounds.
So,
Gaius is now lightly wounded. You can't have any more non-psychic healing at the minute, any of you. Canny, you're still classed as lightly wounded. Siegfried, you are still heavily wounded. Critically, no, you're not. You're heavily wounded. Venetta is light. Otto is also light. Now, okay. So you head off into the tunnel. Siegfried leading the way. Would anyone like to do anything to prepare using any particular equipment?
I'm just gonna reload.
So
What have you got, Johnny? Have you got your weapons back? Or you just on the bolt?
I've got my weapons. Yeah, I've got my rifle. I've got my sniper rifle. Otto's got my Yakuta.
Yep.
Still, that's fine. He can keep all of that for the moment because it's maybe my last mission.
I'd like to pull out the Auspex.
okay.
And just keep it out. Keep scanning ahead of me as I move forward.
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
gonna switch
I'd
to
like to
night.
get my shotgun ready.
Is this are these tunnels lit? Are these tunnels lit, Dave, or is it darkness?
The bit you're currently in, you can see into. There's lights here, there, and everywhere. You don't know what it's going to be like further down, obviously.
Okay.
So, Canny, you've got your Auspex out.
Hmm?
Venetta's going to mimic you and take her Auspex out and begin scanning as well. With her las pistol in her other hand. Siegfried, you've got your night vision on.
Yep. I'll take it off because
I'll give her a little nudge and
I don't need it at the minute.
I'll give her a little nudge. Sorry.
I'm gonna go for infrared.
I'm going to say
Sorry, Al.
That's all right, mate. It's just we're both trying to talk at the same time. So,
All right, you go first.
I'm just going to nudge Vanetta and say, "Great minds think alike." It wasn't even anything that good.
She smiles back at you.
Dear.
I'm going to
saga
reload my
continues.
shotgun with the blazer rounds.
Okay.
Blazer.
Laser. They just fire lots of tiny jackets.
Yep.
Blazer.
Jacket long.
Otto.
I'm going to load my autogun with expander rounds.
Okay.
I don't even know if I brought the autogun. I think I did.
No, I don't think you did you?
No, I didn't know. Just got sniper rifle.
No.
Sorry, it's just a simple hunting exercise. This obviously, we are hunting a demon host, but that's just like hunting anything else, isn't it? Surely.
Otto holds Siegfried's pistol in both hands and peers nervously into the tunnel. Who is left? Gaius
We've still
is
got that bolt
reloaded.
pistol. Blazer.
Yeah, you have.
I've still got the bolt pistol. I can pass it back to anybody who can use it.
I don't know. I think it might be a good backup if the demons.
Each shell is blessed, isn't it? Each shell is blessed in a bolt pistol, isn't it? Surely. No. Oh,
It's not a Space Marine bolt pistol.
Ah, right. Okay. Cool.
Bless them, veg.
I'll bless you. Shells if you want.
Can you bless my shells?
In the
Well,
name,
bless my shells.
I'm just gonna hold the bolt pistol out.
in the
Okay.
name of my stomach, I bless you.
Okay, that's.
How dare you, Caddy? That's
appreciate
sacrilege. Do not take
Execute
lightly
him
the Emperor's
immediately.
blessings.
No,
Okay.
no, yeah,
these
the
ones
emperor.
turn on you.
Yeah, I'm all for the emperor.
You should be.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we
we all.
are just peons. The Emperor's
You would do well to be off the emperor.
We all believe in the emperor here.
Let's get this abomination, lads.
The emperor protects.
The
We have nothing
smell
to
of it
fear.
offends
Let's
my
do this.
sense.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
run down the. I'm gonna sprint off down the tunnel as fast as my manky body can carry.
Before you go anywhere, I need a marching order. So who's leading the way?
I'll take point.
Man,
I'll take points. I've got the
taking point.
tracking. I've got the tracking. So
Okay, who's after Siegfried?
I'll go next. Shield.
Gaius.
makes sense.
Who's next? You get to decide the order of everyone.
I would put Otto near the back.
So I'll
Vanetta as well.
I'll take rear guard, and then put Vanetta and Otto in between me and you guys, and maybe is it Drummond?
Drummond
Yeah.
next to you.
Drummond, that was
guys,
the
just
idea,
behind
because
you
it's
guys.
Yeah,
bolt
put him
there.
after Gaius. So have it Johnny, Hayden, Drummond, then Otto, Vanetta, and then me.
Okay. What speed are you moving at? Are you moving fast, normal, or stealthily?
Fast.
We ain't got time to be messing around.
Yeah, gonna move quickly.
Okay.
Double time.
None of us lot pass stealth test apart from Johnny.
I'm stealthy. What are you on about?
It's all right. You'll know when the demon's here when my body
Alright.
erupts, like bursts open with lightning going through it. You'll know then that we've found him.
You move into the tunnel ahead of you. You notice these tunnels seem to be remarkably similar to the ones you explored whilst chasing Zack's Holfane a few days ago. And you know from your research on the way to Desolium, those of you that did research here, that these are the so-called deep tunnels extending for hundreds of miles around Port Gaia and deeper into the hive itself. Siegfried,
Okay.
I
I'm in,
need
but-
you to make
Yeah.
a tracking test. However, before you roll,
Shit. 72.
you
Yep.
got what, sorry?
I got 72.
22.
So tracking. I'm trying to look at.
So-
I've got infrared
Don't-
on for blood.
don't-
blood pools.
Don't roll until I've told you all your bonuses, because
All right. Okay.
stuff happens.
Okay.
You get a +10 and a +10 from the combined efforts of Canny and Veneta. Canny and Veneta need to both make a tech use test. With a plus 20 for the Auspex. Okay, so that's 4 degrees fail. So what did you roll, Johnny?
72.
How many degrees of failure was that on your tracking test?
That is 2 degrees of failure.
Is that including your minus 10 for being fatigued?
No, that's 3 degrees of failure.
So 3. 3 degrees failure. So that's total of that. Okay. You see as you go down the tunnel, more and more spots of this blood, and the grating beneath your feet is smoking where each of these unholy droplets has touched the deck. You feel an unnatural chill in the air. Decilium's surface is usually uncomfortably warm, and the tunnels even more so, but you can feel the cold draft of an unnatural chill drifting down the passageway before you. You trudge down through these tunnels for around 20 minutes following this trail of corrupted blood. And the cool breeze that seems to be lessening as you advance. Eventually, you find a large circular chamber. Water drips from the ceiling, pooling on the metallic floor beneath your boots. Around a dozen different passageways trail off into the darkness in this chamber, around the circumference of the room. Canny.
Hello.
Let's have another Auspex boosting from you.
I am that good.
And one for Veneta.
I've lost it.
Siegfried.
Yeah. I'm just going to roll it.
7.
No pluses now.
Okay, so it's
The fail again. Massive fail.
Massive.
basically what Canny and Veneta are doing is giving you 3 degrees of success or failure to assist you.
Yeah.
Drummond steps up, and you see a faint glow from the visor in his helmet. You spend quite a while looking around this tunnel, all of you searching the floor for these droplets of blood, but you did notice as you were approaching this room that it was seemingly lessening the amount of drops you could see. And then one of you notices at the entrance to one of the tunnels, a line of hoarfrost lines the walls, slowly melting and dripping to the ground. The sound of the drips echo oddly and unnaturally, and you feel something coming from the tunnel. And although none of you have the gift of the Psyker, you can clearly sense the aura of something unnatural lingering around the tunnel. The beast came this way.
I'm going to fire a shot down that tunnel.
Knock off a shot of ammunition.
Okay.
Roll a ballistic skill test.
19.
The shot rings out deafeningly loud in the close confined space, ricocheting off a wall at the end of the tunnel and disappearing.
Okay.
I'm going to light a love stick.
Let's go
Okay.
that way. You
On
went
you
that
trudge.
way.
On you trudge. The tunnels stretch on and on into darkness. Occasionally, lumen globes still cast dim, flickering light, throwing twitching shadows against the walls as you move, which does nothing to dispel the creeping sense of dread that you begin to feel down here, in the dark, hunting whatever abomination has been brought to Desolium. After around an hour, you reach a crossroads, a conjunction of 4 different tunnels, including the one that you emerge from. Canny, let's have another
Hello.
tracking assist from you.
It'd be my pleasure. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 2 degrees of failure this time.
Veneta,
Getting better every time.
Getting better.
That's
it's a tricky trail to follow, to be fair. But
I'll be right back, guys.
yep. Siegfried, let's have a
let's
tracking
roll.
test off you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So that's how many degrees of failure?
That is 5 degrees of failure.
Okay.
Fuck.
You are following the trail. This is just a measure of how quickly you follow the trail.
Yeah.
It's quite an obvious trail because there's psychic phenomena and weirdness. You can tell which way the demon goes, but it's not always obvious because it's not a natural trail you're following.
I'm being nobbled by dice rolls again. Like, you know what I mean? This is what happened last time when we was tracking Zach's whole thing.
Welcome to my world.
Hayden, use some of your witchery to stop my shit dice rolls, please. Just because I took point, I know you're leading this operation. Do you want to go in front and I'll just track behind you?
Gaius isn't a tracker.
I know he isn't.
I'm no tracker.
He hasn't even got the ability to do it.
And I'll put it. The next click of my mouse button will be successful.
Okay.
It'll be a really good roll. The next roll.
I believe it will. I believe it will.
The smell of burning flesh drifts down from one of the passageways after a good 10 or 15 minutes of trying to figure out which way the demon goes. You continue along the passage, and after a few minutes you emerge into what seems like an ancient magrail station, long since abandoned. Centuries of grime and filth and rust cover each surface, and you see, scattered here and there, small shelters, each little more than steel, wood, and cardboard lean-tos. Crude bedrolls and blankets lay in each one. Someone or someones were clearly living down here, and it doesn't take you long to find them. In this small shanty town under the port itself, once home to perhaps crewmen of ships who must have missed their shuttle back to orbit, you assume, from the dozen or so bodies you find lying burnt, blooded, and broken in the area. The thing you chase, it appears, tore through this area not long ago, slaying all in its path before moving on.
This abomination must be stopped.
Indeed, brother. Let's go. We have no time to waste.
Yeah, but can it be killed? Can it even be killed?
Canny, focus your attentions on trying to contact Mesmeron. Not flapping about whether it can be killed or not. Everything can die. Everything has a weakness. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't know about that. This thing, no man scares me. I've faced orcs. I've faced all manner of creatures in the arena. But this thing, it's wrong.
Drummond.
It's very wrong, but we can right that wrong.
Drummond appears at your side, Canny, and says, "This thing is no man. But the Emperor is with us, my friend."
Yeah.
Emperor big friend.
Yeah, the Emperor. I believe in the Emperor just the same as you guys.
I'm going to eject the empty shell from my cartridge and stuff like that, and then just slot another one in, from my thing, and just slot another one into the thing, and just rock it.
Okay.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
Yeah, and then we go.
Oddly, as you start this chant and each one of you joins in, Veneta also shouts, "For the Emperor." Canny.
Hello.
give me another tracking assist test from your Auspex.
That'd be my pleasure. Yeah, that's more like it.
Don't we need like a timer?
Veneta. Ooh, Veneta rolled good.
Good.
5.
And now for me, 7.
Just a second. I've just got to recalculate something.
I've got 44,
3.
which is a pass. If it's Veneta got a great amount of success, that's a pass.
It will be a pass.
5. Yeah.
Must.
I told you.
4.
We witched it.
Actually, I should have picked my
Well.
one, Nick. Expelliarmus.
I used mind magic.
What did you roll, Johnny? Sorry?
44, which is
44.
a natural pass for Siegfried. If he wasn't buzzed out by thing, I probably should inject a stim at some point because I can notice that my tracking skills are a bit shit. But I'll have to do that after this because that's meta.
While the tunnel you followed to this small shanty town ends here, there are 2 other possible exits. One, a stairwell that leads upwards towards the surface, while the other is along the magrail line itself, a wide, cavernous passageway of utter darkness. And it's here, examining this area, that you hear screams from somewhere far ahead. Utterly inhuman screechings and roarings, punctuated by 1 or 2 brief but terrified screams that sound to be coming from something more mundane, such as a human.
Okay. Let's go this way.
You press on into the magrail
Sounds like
tunnel.
a jolly idea.
The screams
Let's go straight
continue.
towards the imminent death. Let's do this.
The screams continue to echo from far ahead. And you hear the laughter of the thing as it butchers whatever unlucky soul has crossed its path.
We won't be laughing soon.
I've heard worse.
It'll be laughing on the other side of its faces soon.
Eventually, you reach a junction in the magrail line. 2 lines split off from the one that you approach from. And at the centre of the junction, you see the bloodied form of a large beast. Everyone make an intelligence test. Canny, you gain a plus 20.
Goodness sake. Roll 20 hates me tonight.
Good intelligence as well.
Nice roll.
About time.
This creature is severely mutilated and hacked up. None of you really know what it is, with the exception of Canny. You haven't seen many of these, but they have from time to time been brought to the carnival as animals for meat. This is the torn and broken form of a pack grox, a domesticated variation of a normal grox, declawed to act as a beast of burden. Its torso is scorched and shredded, and something has carved strange shapes and symbols into its flesh, and you feel nausea just looking at them. Everybody make a toughness test. At plus 10.
I think that's a pass. Oh dear.
Okay.
43. I don't know if that's... No, I think that's a fail for me by 1 degree.
Okay. Everyone except Canny, oddly,
No, I
begins to
failed.
choke and vomit
Oh.
at the sight of these runes and sigils all across the creature.
Otto, put an incendiary round in that thing.
Gaius, as you begin to vomit, you feel a pain in your head. And suddenly, you're no longer in the tunnel. You're back on 47 Capella in the camp 109, and you see cavorting around the camp as you sit bound in the cage dozens and dozens of former civilians of that world, and also quite a number of guardsmen, and they're all twisted and deformed, mutated. You see something huge and monstrous, rolls and rolls of putrid flesh out the corner of your eye as it stomps past behind a building. And you realize that the symbols that you've seen before, the symbols that you've seen on this Grox are remarkably similar, but slightly different to many of the brands and tattoos that you see on the people in Camp 109. And then as soon as the vision begins, it ends. And you're back in the tunnel on your hands and knees, staring down at your last meal on the floor before you.
I'm going to
I've
take
seen
out a
these moves
stim.
before. This is not good.
I'm going to take out a stim and
Okay.
and jab Gaius with it, and then I'm going to do the same to myself.
So you're using 2 stims.
Yeah, I'm going to use both of them.
I might not need one.
Maybe after that you might. I don't know.
Okay.
You can wave it away if you want.
I'll wave it away. Be
Okay.
like, save
you
him
wait.
for when we need him.
Okay.
Okay.
Just been
Ah,
sick.
You're
It's
right.
nothing.
You're right. I'll put them back in the belt. Like
I'd like to go up to
Oh,
the
that's it.
Grox, please, Dave.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to hack up the runes that are carved up using my meat cleaver.
Okay.
Just deface them.
You deface these marks of the ruinous powers. And as you do, you feel a sense that, although you may be not utterly convinced about this whole God Emperor thing, you feel a sense of warmth fill your body. And you notice that the light in the tunnel, which it was quite a dark area, the shadows were closing in on you. You notice that some of the shadows seem to recede from you. You gain a temporary fate point,
Cool.
only usable for this session.
Okay.
Okay. Are you proceeding down the tunnel?
Yep.
Yes.
I'd like, if I may,
I'll help Gaius up, like because he's just on these hands and knees. I'll just help Gaius up. I'm like, we've got this, brother.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
So,
I would like to use my meat cleaver to hack out the liver of the Grox.
Okay. Not a problem. You don't have to roll for that. It's fairly easy to do.
Okay. I'll just give me a little snack as we carry on.
Yep.
Don't eat, Canny. It's tainted with chaos.
Tainted liver. Whoa. The liver looks perfectly healthy to you as you remove
Apart
it from the
it
beast.
whispers to you as you put it into your pocket.
Apart from the extra teeth.
Yeah. And a few more
I'm just going to
eyeballs
nag on it as we carry on
infected.
in pursuit.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, you
It's
go
fine.
mutant.
Good eating
before
on
you know
these.
it.
The air,
Fucking mutants.
the air in this room, in this junction, suddenly turns cold. And you all find yourself looking down at the blood and entrails of the beast on the ground. And you realize that it's scattered over quite a wide area. A lot of this chunks of flesh and sprays of blood. And after a few moments of looking at it, you realize there are the limbs and innards of 3 or 4 men or women here as well. It wasn't just the Grox. At first you thought it was just the Grox, but you see now there are also the remains of people. Make intelligence tests, everyone. Canny with a +20 for your home turf.
Yay!
fail.
Canny, Gaius, you've seen people like this before around Hive Desolene. You can tell from the fragments of their clothing that are left. And Drummond appears to notice as well as he walks over and begins poking one of these torn up torsos. The thought pops into your head, Canny and Gaius, that these look a lot like the merchants that you've heard of in Gaius's case and know of in Canny's case, that use the deep tunnels to cross from Port Gaia deeper into the hive. Quite a common practice, from what you understand. It avoids unnecessary trouble, the law. Sometimes it's even quicker routes to certain destinations.
Can I see if I've got any creds on them?
Okay.
Merchants, after all. Money on them.
Make search test.
No.
Can I have a look, please, as well?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to turn around and be like, damn it, guys, we haven't got time for this.
Yeah, we ain't got time for this.
I'll say as I nag on the
We
liver.
have,
No.
we have an appointment with Destiny.
We ain't got time to be looting these bodies. No.
Nom nom nom. Gaius. Gaius, roll a D100, please.
40.
40. You find a lot of the wares and equipment that they had has been damaged in this attack. However, you do find
A snowsuit.
no, that's what you found on Iacanthos.
Woolly earmuffs.
Of all the things to find on Icanthos, it'd be a snowsuit.
Some fish soup.
You
Even
find,
Iacanthus has Arctic poles.
Some snowshoes.
you find 4 pre-packaged military ration packs.
Ah.
Canny, roll a D100.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you got?
99.
99. You find a small,
Stone.
smaller than usual data slate. You can't read, can you? So you wouldn't know what was on it. But you also find with it a small parchment notepad and a couple of pens. This is a writing kit.
Also, his eyes light up.
So can go fuck himself. He just outed me.
Okay. As you stand in this junction of these tunnels, looking from left to right, you find your gaze is collectively drawn to the right-hand tunnel, and you peer into the gloom. And for a moment, you see the scene before you flicker and change, as though reality itself begins to bend inwards, distorting and warping. And for a moment, you see fire, flames miles high, dancing across the ruined landscape of what was once a vast hive city. Hive Decilium, you realise. And then it's gone.
I'm gonna shout down the tunnel. Show yourself, demon, or are you gonna run for the rest of your existence?
Then the vision's gone. The tunnel looms before you once more, ominously waiting for you. You head down into the tunnel. Further and deeper you go. For an hour or more, you follow this tunnel, and then another hour. Following the beasts is easy, you realise. Its psychic spore so potent that you don't have to be a psyker to sense it. The layers of frost, strange tears in reality that come more and more frequently as you walk on, letting you see things you would rather not have seen, lurking behind the veil of normality. You hear echoing screams, and you see dozens of fire-blackened corpses along the way as you walk. You find the remains of what appears to be a hive gang. 20, perhaps more bodies, twisted, mangled, and torn, and scorched. A great fire appears to have ravaged the many-layered lair that they have, or had, here. The heat still lingers, and it must have flared incredibly hot as you realize the warrior's weapons and armor are melted, bent out of shape, run to liquid, along with their flesh. But still you press on, pursuing the vile creature deeper and deeper into the dark. Far beyond the port
It's
now.
getting weaker.
Far beyond the port now, you realise, into the lower hive's ruined, shattered architecture. You come across a small settlement. 2 or 3 dozen men, women, and children. Twists for the most part, you realise. Odd colours and textures to their skin and eyes. Generations of exposure to the pollution and radiation that gathers here unchecked. Down in the lower reaches of the hive. Dead. All of them. Butchered with looks of absolute terror upon their faces, sliced to ribbons, scorched to black. A thick, putrid, acrid scent hangs over the total scene of devastation. And then you hear a sound. A cough. There's a survivor, sat over by the wall of this space. A woman sits huddled in the dark, her arms wrapped around the knees, splattered with blood, but she appears unharmed, and she rocks back and forth, sobbing to herself, her eyes darting around frantically, and then she sees you. It spoke the names and tore the flesh. Many hands it took the time, it sang, it wept. Have you seen Dora? She loved the air above. Make way, the light is dim and I see poorly. Beyond the hope and star and shine and keel and wrath. Make way. And then she looks straight at you, Siegfried, and says, he spared me. Emperor be praised, he spared me.
I'm going to put a round between her eyes because she's seen too much.
Okay. Knock an ammo round off.
Okay.
No need to roll. She's not resisting. She's not going anywhere, and you'll definitely hit, knowing you.
Clearly heresy.
Her head explodes, and her body slumps to the floor. Drummond looks between you and the body, gives you a nod, and heads over to the only exit from this room.
Okay, we'll go.
In the distance, you see a side tunnel leading away from the ruined settlement. And from this tunnel, you hear the sound of tearing metal. You follow the tunnel for some time. It stretches on for a kilometre or two before you find a hole torn in the metal sheeting of the wall. Light spills from the hole, casting shadows that flicker and dance in disturbing patterns, as though reality itself is somehow twisted here. Everyone make an awareness test.
Is it sight-based awareness?
It is.
Hey, I passed. Okay.
Got the same roll, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, we can see.
We can see very well.
You look into this hole. Your night vision, torchlight, whatever you're using, doesn't seem to penetrate the darkness within. But you can see a point of light in the distance, shifting, as though the distant exit to this tunnel is changing shape. Not getting any bigger or smaller, just seems to be altering. And you all hear whispers, barely audible, on the edge of your hearing, and you cannot hear the words, but you can understand the intent. An offer, a promise. Let the beast go, and it will spare your life. The hole in the wall pulses, shimmers. The distant light almost goes out, plunging the hole into darkness. And you feel a chill, like you felt before, flooding out of the tunnel. You shiver, and the hairs stand up on the back of your neck and your arms.
Emperor, protect us.
I need to just
Can
Do
we
a
go
bit of
through
math.
Can we go through this hole?
You can, yeah. 6, 10, 16, 17.
Oh dear. Off to the warp we go.
Quantum leaping throughout the Hyundai.
Yeah.
It's really...
Off to see the demon, the big horrible demon of Oz.
I'm just gonna go for a wee, grab a beer, and then we'll crack on.
Oh,
we go
get
grab
so
a snack.
torn apart by a door ripping, 20-man strong, village burning demon. Bonus.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, something I forgot earlier when I was doing a bit of narration. I actually took the time to find Just Car Drummond. I forgot to put up when I should have done. There he is.
What a man.
Oh,
You don't want to get his right foot in your fucking ghoulies, do you?
No, he's got a
No.
nice little Roman skirt on as well.
yeah.
He's a badass. I've forgotten to put his fucking bolt gun on his character sheet, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass in a
Put his
bit.
helmet on.
Where would I find a bolt gun? In my spreadsheet of many things. Equipment. Equipment. What sort of bolt gun would he have? Oh, what? Yeah, whatever.
A super bolt gun.
Well, I've got that many. I don't know which one would be suitable for.
demon extermination.
He doesn't have anything that fancy, unfortunately. But he is a high-ranking Arbite, so we definitely have a bolt gun. He's going to have Sarah's pattern, because that's a pretty good one. Not the best, but pretty good.
Dave,
Jump. Huh?
I'd like to use my other fate point, the temporary one, to get some wounds back.
Yeah,
5
no problem.
wounds. Puts me up to 10 total.
Ooh, check Alan out and he's 10 wounds.
Yep, I'm practically indestructible now, Dave.
Good use of temporary
Nothing
fate
could possibly hurt me now.
Okay.
Not a a what? Steel door, bulkhead, tearing, demon, murders, gangers.
Hello,
Right.
I've got some primitive armor. I'm feeling pretty confident.
To be perfectly honest, Al, a lot of what Speyer did before was psychic and ignored armor. So you're not that much more protected, not that much less protected than Gaius in that respect. Obviously, Gaius would have a massive advantage if Speyer was to start slapping him around. But the things like warp lightning and what have you can ignore armor anyway.
Okay,
But-
I've returned. Wow, he looks
Meanwhile-
like a beast.
Meanwhile, Drummond looks at your 10 wounds and mocks you. No, he doesn't really. Drummond's got a little bit more.
Is he,
Stop metagaming, Drummond.
I've got.
You sound like a fucking chicken drumstick.
I bet he's hard as nails. I bet he's solid. Like, I honestly reckon he's solid.
He's
So,
basically what Gaius will be in a few more levels.
yeah.
He's not quite as durable as Gaius is, but he doesn't have the shield, but he's basically a lot like Gaius.
Cool.
So
Kindred spirit.
can I get a marching order as you head into this tunnel? It is single file.
I'll go first because
Same
as
before, guys.
this is my last mission.
Scout first,
Would you like
same-
me to take
same order.
point? Would you like me to take point again?
Yes, Siegfried.
Gaius, this is your show. What are your orders?
Yeah, you take point, Siegfried. Everybody, same order as last time. Go,
Right
go,
away.
go.
Okay, so Siegfried, Gaius, Drummond, Otto, Veneta, Canny. Are you moving with or without stealth?
Without. There's no way we can move with.
He's going to sense that we're there anyway because he's a demon, so he could probably sense all sorts of shit. So, I don't know. Maybe I should apply some stealth. You know, just because like the harder we seem to be chasing him, the more he seems to be going away. I don't know.
Shall we send you out front first to
Send me out
speed
front. And I'll,
stealth up?
yeah, send me first.
Okay.
I'll go.
Early for sure, Siegfried.
I will make the sacrifice. Okay, I'll go.
So, how far ahead are you going, and what speed are you moving at? Are you
gonna go-
stealthy?
I'm going to go about 20 meters ahead, and I'm going to move stealthily, but just walk.
Make a stealth roll.
25. I'm going to use my dice from now on because roll 20 hates me.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you push into the hole, a little ahead of everyone else. You climb into this hole, pushing through into the darkness. And after about 20 meters or so, the rest of the group begin to follow you. And as you go deeper into this unnatural passage that has been carved into the rock and steel of the deep tunnels, the air around you begins to thicken. And your breathing becomes ragged and labored. Shadows dance at the edge of your vision, and the whispers that you heard earlier become louder. You take another step, and the ground beneath you seems to give slightly. Soft, sponge-like. Your night vision and lamp packs don't seem to be able to penetrate the darkness ahead very far. Before you, the distant flicker of light that you saw far ahead pulses. You push on. The air rapidly alternates around you between frigid cold and uncomfortable damp humidity. The ground beneath your boots begins to squelch as you tread, and you stumble, Siegfried, reaching out with one hand for the wall. And as your hand makes contact, it gives. Your hand pushes inside something moist and warm. You wrench your hand back, startled, and hear echoing laughter somewhere far ahead. and then gunfire. The snap of lasfire, the roar of something bestial comes from ahead, and you hear chanting, words recited in a disturbing, unfamiliar language, coming from a monotone, mechanical voice. Suddenly your surroundings change, and the hole through which you crawl is no longer damp. The floor and walls no longer give way under your touch, just regular rockcrete and jagged steel. Whatever unreality was imposing itself upon this place is gone, and you push through into the light and find yourself in what appears to be an ancient, ruined temple or church. And the rest of you come in shortly behind Siegfried.
I'm going to reload
It
quickly.
was
Around 50 meters long, 30 meters wide at its widest point, with a high domed ceiling supported by fluted columns with leering gargoyles peering down at you. 2 recessed alcoves at either side of the church. And at the far end of the space is a gently curving wall, before which stands an altar. Upturned and shattered pews take up much of the rest of the space, with ancient, desiccated corpses slumped amongst them. Piles of bones of various shapes and sizes, some of which are clearly not human, are heaped against the walls and around the supporting columns. And disturbingly, pools of fresh blood dot the scene, although it appears these remains have been here for some time. And the pools of blood are spreading, flowing outwards to engulf the floor, although there seems to be no source from which they flow. And at the altar, hovering a foot or so above it, is the beast from the landing pad. It laughs with its head thrown back, its arms outstretched by its sides, and you see its form subtly shifting and changing. Its skin ripples, its limbs bulge and wither alternately as it hurls huge warp lightning bolts at a man in dark, flak armor, cooking the flesh on his bones. Around the man, around half a dozen other men in similar armor pour lasfire into the beast with little effect. A pair of tech adepts move to flank the beast, each wielding a huge, cumbersome-looking axe, and over to one side stands an imposing figure in the red robes of the Martian tech cult. A pair of snaking mechadendrites snake out of his robes behind him, one of which grips a long sheet of parchment, holding it before the tech priest, who reads from the unfurled scroll. The words he speaks, although unfamiliar and clearly unholy. And at the end of each line of his speech, you see the look on the face of the thing hovering above the altar as it snarls with something like pain or rage across its face. I'm going to give you a map. First of all, before I give you a map, here's Speyer.
Oh, yeah.
oh, it's him. But
Bondage King.
I like how he's got a little bell like hanging
Hanging
from
off
his
his toe.
big toe.
Uh-huh. He's
Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
oh,
So, on that
sorry.
note,
Welcome.
Welcome.
I didn't mean to.
But of course.
on that
I'm
note,
just-
welcome to the Church of Flesh.
Oh, lovely. This has got to be all right.
Flesh Valley,
So,
Flesh Prince.
We're boned, man.
as you
Good
push
pillar.
into this
Oh,
tunnel, as you push out the tunnel, into the church, you see this large, unholy diagram before the altar that has been drawn in blood. And the pools of blood are growing, getting bigger and bigger as you watch. The columns, the pews, and the walls of the church are slowly changing from stone and wood to raw, bloody flesh before your very eyes.
Nice.
Speyer is here.
Where are we?
Getting to that. Over here is the tech heretic and his chums.
Oh, good.
These two are not there. These two have begun to move. These guys are shooting at it with las fire. You guys are down here. You were moving with stealth.
Yep.
Anyone else moving with stealth as you enter?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Make a stealth roll.
Do I
It's
need to
half,
skill as well, Dave?
no, yours still counts. Half your agility. Okay.
I just knock over the first thing I see in the room.
You walk in and go, Gaius is here.
Better to be smited, heretics.
77 for Canny.
Hey, it
Vanessa
was 6.6 degrees.
fails.
I'm
Otto.
just gonna look around at them and be like, and just give them a look like with a raised eyebrow, like that I gave Gaius when I first met him. Right, and then just look back to the scene that's unfolding in front of us.
Drummond
Gaius
fails.
knows that look, but he knows that I'll also probably trip over and make loads of noise in a second anyway.
Okay.
This place is ribcage.
So you do still have something of the element of surprise. Because basically Spear and these guys are all busy fighting each other. You each have 1 turn's worth of movement if you would like to move into position. But it can only be a standard move, not a run.
Right, okay.
What do you think? Take out the heretics or Spear?
I think we're going to need him to take out
think
Spear. I think we should take out Spear.
Can he take
In
cover
charge,
behind
Ed,
any of
remember?
these?
Where's
All right,
Drummond
shall we
gone?
take cover behind some of these
Pews.
upturned pews and then start spraying out fire?
Upturned pews.
In the middle of
You've been living in the fleshy church.
with pools of blood on the floor.
I want to know what these big spines and rib cages belong to.
Okay.
Am I
get
gonna have my first player death? It's gonna be Siegfried.
It definitely is.
So I'm going to use my first turn of movement to sort of like run over here.
Okay, you can use the larger bones. Do count as slight cover, as do the pews. Although they're only wood, so they're not amazing, but they're better than a kick in the fucking anus.
I'm in the bones.
Speaking of which, last night in D&D, one of the reasons that they scared the dragon off was the rogue threw a throwing dagger into the arse of a dragon, literally into its arsehole, and managed a critical hit and did a shit ton of damage. And we spent a good 10 minutes discussing whether dragons would have arseholes or cloacas. And we decided they have cloacas. So, yeah.
It's good to know.
I have to confess, I don't know what a cloaca is.
A cloaca is basically what things like reptiles have instead of a normal rectum.
Still none the wiser, but you know.
Look it up.
I've not researched the.
I looked it up in my own time, you know.
Yeah.
The alternative to anuses in reptiles. I'm sorry to say.
I've
No,
never
it's,
got to look at quacker oats
I'm not very well
the
educated.
same
in
way.
now is not the time for cloaca research.
Quacker oats.
Okay, so Gaius
That's
is
the
moving
dark
where
web
he's
right there, man. That's
going.
fucking weird.
Where would anyone else like to go?
Okay, so see how much movement I've got first of all. Moving a full move. Can I do a full move? Or do I?
Yeah, not a run, just your full walk. 1, 2.
Okay.
Otto's going to go there.
7, 8. I'm gonna go there. Behind that pew.
Okay. Canny?
Central.
Would you remind me, please, what cold fire does?
Cold fire.
It's like an improver, you know, ghost fire, isn't it?
It is indeed. Just 1 second while I bring it up. It does this. It scroll. Gives you battle rage for 3d10 rounds.
Sure.
You can still parry.
So you can still parry while you're frenzied, I believe.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my cold fire in do I have it in injector, is it? Or what?
Yeah, it's in an injector, yeah.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna inject
so
it
you
into my
are-
neck.
You count as frenzied, and you can still parry.
Okay.
So
Can I?
because
Is that my
you're
is that my
frenzied,
turn?
yeah, that would be your turn instead of your movement.
Instead of
so
my
instead
movement,
of-
Dave.
You were just 1 second, Hayden. Let me do
Yeah,
this.
sorry.
So you are plus 10 strength and willpower, but minus 10 weapon skill and intelligence.
Minus 10. What weapon skill do you say?
Yeah, and sorry, that's wrong. That's wrong. That was FAQ'd. Right,
Pardon
just
me.
a second.
I
Where's
thought
the FAQ?
frenzy. What's frenzy do?
This is what frenzy does.
Okay, right.
But it's being FAQ'd, so it does something totally different. Just a second. Where would it be? It would be in here somewhere. Frenzy, frenzy, frenzy. Come on. Why is it opening in fucking bullshit land? Right, frenzy. Where is it?
Where is it? Answer
Where is
me.
the frenzy?
Answer me.
Are you frenzy? Frenzy.
Right.
Plus 10 weapon skill.
Cheers to the beers.
Strength.
Cheers to the beers.
Plus 10 weapon skill,
Ooh.
strength, toughness, and willpower.
Good man.
Okay, well, hold on. Just hold on a sec. So, weapon skill, strength, willpower, and toughness.
And minus 20
Minus-
ballistic skill and intelligence.
I'm gonna
Okay.
fucking stim myself.
You must attack the nearest enemy. You can obviously take suicidal actions. You are immune to fear, pinning, stunning effects, and the effects of fatigue. You may not parry, retreat, or flee, and you must use the all-out attack maneuver. However, because it's giving you battle rage, you can parry.
Okay. So, I'm going to pull out my cold fire. I'm going to stab myself in the neck, and I'm going to turn to Vanetta and say,
Heretic, eh? You don't like these guys, do you? I'll sort them out.
Vanetta holds her modified las pistol and says, "Right behind you, Canny." Vanessa's
Jolly
gonna
good.
move. Yeah, she's just changed her accent for some reason. Vanetta's going to move into cover behind the bones. Drummond, where's Drummond's movement? Oh, he's pretty quick for a big guy. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's not in cover because he's a fucking arbite and he's not quite right in the head. Siegfried, as the only person who actually passed his stealth roll, you get a surprise round beyond the movement.
I'm gonna fucking take a silent
Beyond.
shot at Speyer. I want to try and take him, shoot him.
Okay, I'm pretty
Oh,
certain
oh,
that's
hang on,
still in
sorry. Sorry,
that's
first,
still in short range.
I want to inject myself with a stim first.
Okay, so that would be half an action to inject yourself with a stim. You don't have fatigue. 4. Roll 2d10.
Okay. 4 10 altogether.
For the next 10 rounds, you are not fatigued.
Cool.
Okay. That was half an action. What would you like to do for your second half an action?
Let's take a shot at the Speyer because he's a fucking
Okay.
shit.
So unaimed, plus 10 for range, plus 10 for accurate, plus 10 for the scope.
I miss.
No, sorry, plus 10 for a single shot. It's plus 30.
I miss.
Okay.
It's silence though, so
Yep. It is. So I'm going to see if Speyer notices. Speyer does not notice. I'm also going to see if the other guys notice.
Okay.
The other guys do not notice.
Good.
So that being said,
And
I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
So a D10.
6.
D10 plus your agility bonus.
Mine's times 2, isn't it?
Ah.
So
4. Halt.
10.
10 for Siegfried. Oh, not 190. That would be silly. Canny, 6.
6.
Alan, would you like to roll for Veneta for me, please?
I would love to. Also agility.
26, so plus 2.
6 total.
6.
Shit.
Johnny, would you like to roll for Otto for me,
I'd love
please?
to.
It's plus 3.
Okay, so I get 52. So
No, it's just a D10. Just a
sorry.
D10.
2.
So 5 for Otto. Hayden, would you like to roll for Justicar Drummond?
Yep, 6 for him.
Plus 4, that's 10 for Justicar Drummond.
Oh.
I thought I'd let you roll for that because I'm going to be rolling for everything else. Hello. Right, Speyer.
Ah,
Where's Speyer's fucking stats? Speyer gets...
That's never a good sign.
No, he's ridiculously bad. His agility's really low. Yeah, that's shit. Speyer gets a 3. Yeah, he's only got an agility of 18. Because he's shit for that. But he makes up for it in all the other ways.
I bet drastically.
The Tech Adepts. 9. And 11 for the Tech Adepts. The minions with the las guns, who were definitely not here just to be cannon fodder, get 4, is that? Altogether? Yep. 4. And finally, the big chap at the back.
The big man,
9.
but he's out of shape.
floppy out.
There we go. Right, I just need to put this into some sort of order and then we'll get cracking with this rather ridiculous fight that's about to take place. So, 11, Siegfried 10, Drummond 10. What's your natural agility, Siegfried? Without your stat, what your actual agility stat?
40.
40. You and Drummond go at exactly the same
40.
time.
Hang on.
Canny, what's your
40.
agility, Canny?
23.
Okay, so Veneta goes just before you.
Awesome.
Gaius, what's yours?
3, 30.
Exactly 30.
And I'll get my sheet up. It's 30.
I've lied.
31.
31. So the las gunners go slightly before you. So, start things off. The 2 tech adepts begin to rush towards Speyer. Charge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He doesn't get there.
Wow.
This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He struggles to cross the blood. You see it's a bit slippy and sticky in some places, and he slows right down as he passes through the blood.
Okay.
Wielding his large axe in a Ishmael style. Siegfried, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to take a aim shot at Bear's face.
Okay, so plus 10 for aiming, plus 10 for single shot, plus 10 for range, plus 10 for accurate, plus 10 for the scope, minus 20 for cold shot.
43. So that's a hit with 2 or 3 degrees of success, I think.
So it's
Plus
plus
skill
30
check.
to your ballistic skill.
So that'll be 89.
89, you got what, 43?
43. So that's 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees success, so 3 damage dice.
Okay, so the first one is 2. Second one is 7. That's 9. The last one is 8. So 17 plus 5, I believe it is, or something like that.
So 22.
22.
Okay. Your shot rings out, striking Speyer in the head. 22 minus his fancy armor. Minus that is that. He's got that. He's got that. He's got that. Okay. As you strike this thing and do 8 wounds to it, respectable.
Cool.
Bollocks. There we go. You see this burst of unholy blood that splatters the altar, and a bit of it even lands on the tech adept that's rushing towards him and begins to burn as it touches everything it touches, basically. Drummond.
Drummond's
going to continue his move forward. Yeah, for now, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Hang on, 1, 2, 4. He's continuing to stride forward, and he aims his bolter and bellows, "For the Emperor!" and fires his bolt gun. He is in short range still, so plus 10 for single shot. No aim, plus 10 for range. So plus 20. That is a miss. Next up is the large chap up here. The tech priest continues to recite from this piece of parchment these words that burn your ear and hurt your soul. And he takes a few steps forward as he's doing so. To about. Next up is Veneta. Veneta. Veneta is out of short range for a las pistol, but she's going to take a shot anyway. Single shot. She's going to take aim, so that's plus 20. 40. That is a hit in the head from Veneta.
So,
Well played, you mechanical bitch. What did? Oh, hang on. It is in short range because she's modified her pistol.
Who you calling a bitch?
Oh no, she reduced it even further, didn't she? So, yeah, she extended the clip size and the rate of fire. So she gets a single hit. A plus 10 for a red dot as well. Not that makes a difference. The shot bounces off Speyer's tough demonic hide. Next is Canny.
Okay, Dave. So under frenzy, do I have to move? Do I have to move directly towards people, or can I use a bit more discretion as I move, or is it just lightly run
You
towards
have
people?
to move. You have to move towards the nearest enemy and engage it in melee.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards a lasgunner.
Okay.
And as I move past Otto, I'm gonna accidentally on purpose shoulder barge him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
We're on the same
8,
side,
9, 10,
man.
11, 12.
Okay, make a strength check.
Snitches get stitches.
He
Fail.
was merely informing the Inquisitor of all the
it's-
things that had occurred on the mission.
If it's
That is
any
all.
consolation, you probably can't see it, but I rolled a 0-1. Otto would never resist your shoulder badge, so instead what it is he sort of just
Just dodges
glances, sees you coming and just dodges to the side slightly and goes, "Watch it! Fucking hell." So you've gone over there for your turn. Otto's turn.
We can't have two people trying to bump off the team. Al, like, what's going on?
You don't have Bagsy on killing your own party, all right?
Fair play. I'll give you that. That's,
9,
No one gave you Bagsy, Johnny.
12.
Yeah, but I saw bags in it when I nearly got everybody killed, didn't I? Surely was that a? But I didn't. No, actually, it wasn't an official Bagsy because that wasn't my intent. It was merely to open the proceedings. That's all it was.
Otto fires a shot from Johnny's pistol, a Hercuta 9.5. And it's a hell of a shot. And it strikes Speyer right between the eyes.
I fucking love Otto. He's just like, he's a bit of a demon with the old pistols. Like,
And it just
Calculating trajectories.
ricochets
oh,
straight off the skin of this demon. And he turns to you, Siegfried, and says, "This thing's voice activated, yeah? What else is in it?"
you've got.
And I genuinely don't know because it's on your character sheet, and I
I,
can't.
know, I can't remember. Let's see what rounds I've got in it. Okay. Kelvin rounds. Sniper rifle.
Oh, I have got it. What am I talking about?
Expander round. I think it's got.
Expander and something else. Something else you fucking well got, ain't ya?
There's amputators. That's sniper rifle thing.
Man stoppers. You've got one amputator round for
One
it.
amputator
Standard
round,
rounds and 7 man stoppers.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a man.
So you tell him that it's now the lasgunners go. The lasgunners. How many is there? 5. I'm going to do these really quick because I know exactly what they need to hit because I worked all this out earlier. 1 hits. 2 hits. 3 hits. 3 of them hit. First one doesn't damage. Second one doesn't damage. Third one doesn't damage. You see these las rounds on burst fire mode peppering Speyer and just doing nothing to it whatsoever. I worked out exactly what they all needed to get to be able to fucking wound it, basically. So it's quite high.
Feels like they have at least 14 before they get shot.
Basically, a lasgun needs. What is it? Yeah, they're going to have to roll a Righteous Fury to be able to wound it with a lasgun. Gaius Mortalis, it is your turn.
All right. I'm in half range.
Are you in what, sorry? Half range?
6.
Range.
Quite a way away. 1, 2,
13,
3, 4,
15.
15, 16. More than that. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You're 26 meters away from Speyer.
Well, I'm thinking about shooting this.
Oh, yeah, you're about 15 from the tech adept, yeah.
And because I've got my what's it called? The blazer. I set fire to his parchment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna aim at his parchment
Laser
hand. And, see
Oh
if
no,
it
it's
sets fire
that's
to-
that's
Got blaze,
not the guy.
blazer.
Oh,
That's not the guy
Bell
that's
rounds.
that's not the guy that's reading from the parchment, Hayden. That's the tech adept. The tech priest is the one who's reading from the parchment. He's further away.
Or is he up top?
Yeah,
The guy.
he's the one with a slightly bigger aura around him.
He's a heretic. Captured. Unlikely we'll capture him, so we'll have to kill him.
Anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna move forward. And I'm gonna shoot that tech adept. I'm gonna shoot him from where I am because I'm 15. So I'm gonna aim it as well. Well, not aim.
Okay.
Just half aim, whatever. One more, you get +10.
Yeah, it's just a half aim.
Ha!
What the hell just happened?
Nope.
No, that is a miss.
Higher.
The shell flies past him, burying itself in one of the columns across the walkway. And then it is Spear's turn. Spear looks round at you all as you come charging in and open fire on him. And he begins laughing again and goes, Von Morton, so good to see you again. And you realise his voice is like many different voices speaking at once. And he is going to use his demonic presence.
Suck on this, spare. Blah.
So,
Say it, don't spay it.
his demonic presence is what? Oh no, he doesn't have demonic presence.
Yeah.
He just causes fear too. So, starting with Canny, I would like you're frenzied. Siegfried, I would like you to make a fear test, which is a willpower test, at -20.
Oh god. Fucking hell. 72, I failed by a lot.
How much have you failed by? I need to know exactly.
My willpower is 30. I failed by 4 degrees. 4 degrees of failure. No, plus,
Okay, roll.
was it -20? Was it?
Yep.
So 6 degrees of failure.
Okay, roll a D100, please.
Oh god. 90.
Oh, high. High is good.
That is always good.
Roll a
High
D5.
is good, right?
A D5. Okay. So that'll be 3. So roll the 5 on the D10.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob.
Okay.
Corruption or insanity?
Siegfried.
What?
You
Why not
crumple
both?
to the ground and begin sobbing, babbling, and tearing at your own flesh. You may do nothing for the next 4 turns as you weep.
Shit.
When you do return to normality, you will be at -20 to all tests,
Oh my god.
and you
These are
gain.
Sims.
Yep. You gain. This isn't fatigue. This is demonic insanity. You gain 5 insanity points.
I'm on 10 now.
Oh dear. Right. Drummond's going to go at resisting this. What's he got? Has he got anything that helps him? He has. Oh my.
I don't know if anything pure faith can do anything.
It can actually, Gaius.
Don't have to burn a fate point to do it.
Just let me come back to that.
Okay, I've
Just
got that.
Drummond passes his fear test. Just by the skin of his teeth, because he's got a couple of talents that help. And he's going to do something special on his turn.
Next
Next up.
bone, guys. Sorry, I can't really back you up now.
Otto fails, just not even by a whole degree of success. Well done, Otto. 50. With reeling shock, the character backs away from the thing that confronts him. The character cannot willingly approach the object of his fear, but may otherwise act normally with -10. Gains 1 insanity point. So he's got -10. 1 insanity. Cannot approach, which is fine by Otto. Next up, Mr. Mortalis.
Ooh, fail by 1 degree.
Okay, roll a
37.
D100.
The -20 here.
It's -20 as well, so
Oh,
that would be 3 degrees.
Degrees. I've rolled it.
So 83, 90, 100, 113. You keel over. You keel over and faint for the next 2 rounds.
Can't I re-roll that fear test with a fate point.
You can, but do you want me to
Have you
check?
used it?
No, I've got 2, haven't I? I've used 1.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only used 1.
So
I don't know what fate is.
I don't know
Just before
what
you-
it is.
I'm
I
gonna
want
burn
you
it
to show me.
I am the fate.
-10, fainted. You also gain 2 insanity points. Before you choose you want to do that, Gaius, let me just check something out for you.
yeah, and check out my other skill after that, because I was going to play that, the one where I give everybody extra damage.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. I'm just checking the wording on Pure Faith, because for some reason I can't remember exactly what it does. Pure Faith. Pure Faith. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Pure Faith. Characters with this talent gain access to the following abilities. You are completely immune to demonic presence. So you wouldn't have had that -20. You would have just made a fear test. Which you would have still failed, but not by as much. So we'll just undo that before we go any further. Panic grips the character. You haven't fainted, which is always a bonus. You must flee the source of your fear as fast as you can, and if prevented from doing so, you may only take half actions. So you have to run away, basically, on your turn until you regain your senses. And you still gain 1 insanity point. I won't re-roll that because that has happened. Pure Faith, as well as doing that, you can spend a fate point to ignore a fear test. Or gain insanity or corruption. And you can burn a fate point to ignore a single demonic psychic attack.
Ooh.
What was your other ability? Your faith talent? I've forgotten what it's
was
called.
critical 1
Wow,
I need
fight.
That's fucking strong.
What's the name of it?
What are you on about? The fate
Wrath
talent.
The Righteous.
Wrath of the Righteous.
Right, Wrath of the Righteous. It's a fate point to cast it. And it is somewhere. Wrath of the Righteous. With this talent, the faithful and a number of allies up to your fellowship bonus which can both see and hear your voice, are filled with the Emperor's wrath. This increases all damage inflicted in melee by
Or your creep,
1d5.
was it?
In addition, this talent also increases the chances of Righteous Fury so that it occurs on a 9 or a 10 rather than just a 10.
I'll be doing that.
So you've only got the one fate point, so you can use
Well,
that
I
on
think
your
Kenny would
turn.
appreciate it.
Yeah?
Bit of rough.
Okay. So just remember that when it comes to your turn. Next up is Venetta for the fear test. Venetta doesn't get anything that will protect her against this. She fucking fails by the skin of her teeth. 70. She's frozen by terror. She's -10 to all stats. Gains 1 insanity.
Hilarious, isn't it? We're like, we'll get sprayer. There he is, run away.
Okay.
Can't get the
Great.
stuff these days.
No.
I think that's everyone out of you guys. So now I'm going to do everyone else. Let's start with whoever the first motherfuckers are on the list. It's the heretic. It's fucking passed. 15. The tech adepts fail.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Not crewmen. Why am I calling them crewmen? So, I'm going to do them as a unit because I can't be fucking bothered with that. So, these guys begin to back away in fear of this creature. They can still act normally, but they can't approach it. They're at -10 to everything. He's fine, and the tech adepts can only take half actions for the next turn. Okay, back to Speyer's turn. His demonic presence has kicked in. He looks at the tech adept to his left. Just moves towards it for half an action and lashes out with a claw. That'll be plus. It's not a charge, so it's just +10. 62. That is a hit. To 1. 11. 9. 6. This tech adept takes 6 wounds from Speyer's first strike. And using Furious Assault, Speyer attacks again and hits again with his second arm. 8.
Sprayer.
18. 16. 13. And tears the tech adept in half with his second sweep of his claw.
Oh,
That's Speyer's go. The remaining tech adept, who can only take half an action this turn, continues to move forward. Siegfried von Morton. You cry. You cry like a little baby. You weep. You weep for your fallen family as you relive the moment you never saw when they were all killed in their beds by the rival House Devord. You even see the family pets being butchered.
Sorry, Johnny's not here. Hey, Dave, mate. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
yeah.
If only you had a fate point. Yeah, Johnny basically cries like the little baby he is. Drummond is going to move to here. And he's going to take a shot at Speyer.
Yeah.
So that'd be +10 for a single shot, +10 for range. Yeah, 68. That's a hit in the left arm. Fuck. Oh, tearing. 4, 8, 9, 7. Oh, doesn't quite do anything, Drummond's shot. He was one off wounding it. Yeah, Drummond was okay, wasn't he? Next up is the heretic himself, who continues reading from his book. Continues moving towards Speyer, glancing towards you guys as he goes. Venetta. Venetta is not having a good time. She's -10. And she is frozen. She gets to make a willpower test. She fails. Canny.
Hello.
Unbowed, unbroken, the hulking beast that is Canny, off his fucking tits on drugs. What would you like to do?
Well, what I'd like to do is to charge the tech priest, the one who's trying to bind the demon. But I think there may be a Lasgunner who's closer to me. So can I try and overcome my natural instinct to charge the nearest guy?
I'm going to say that you can't even see that Lasgunner.
Okay. So I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to there.
Okay.
I'm going to roar.
Okay. The heretic doesn't turn towards you. He seems to be pretty caught up in whatever it is he's doing.
That was your last mistake.
Oh no, it won't be my last mistake, Alan. There's plenty more where that came from. Otto realizes, he's hit this thing and a pretty good shot and not really done anything. Otto's quite a smart chap. Otto's gonna. Oh no, wait. Otto is shitting himself or something, isn't he? What was Otto doing? Oh no, Otto can move normally. He just is at -10 to everything. So Otto is going to use his smarts. 6, and he's going to run alongside Drummond, and he begins to look towards the Lasgunners that he can now see. Next up is the Lasgunners that can still operate normally, but are at -10, and they're still going to keep shooting at Speyer because they're following their last order. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 5 hits from 5 guys. It's not bad. 9. Nope. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see this barrage of semi-auto las fire streaking across the room, either side of the tech priest, and a few of them do strike the demon host, but nothing seems to happen. Gaius Mortalis.
I guess I'm running away until I can roll a thing. Do I run first
so
or roll first?
I need to move first, so you can. What's the exact wording? Does it say fleeing? Okay, so you need to basically run as far away as you can get from this demon host. And then make a willpower test at -20 still, unless you would like to use your fate point.
Do I not get the -20? It's demonic present.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you don't get the minus 20. It's just a willpower test.
No.
Okay. Gaius is running away for the first time. And it's Spear's go. I'm just going to grab a beer.
Yeah, I could use a fate point to automatically pass a fear test.
Okay. Spear? What do you reckon? Should I exsanguinate Siegfried while he's not here? Kill him while he's not even here?
That's the best kind of kill.
Spear looks towards your group and begins to move in your direction. Obvious that he seems to consider you more of a threat than the other group. But there is something in his path. He's going to float away from the altar. And as he does, he's going to cast something. He's going to use 3 psychic dice. No. Yes. That's an 8. That's a 10. So that's 18. 19, 20, 21 plus his willpower. 26. It goes off. It doesn't overbleed. He casts Telekine Shield upon himself. Next up, back to the top of the round, is the Tech Adept, who can act normally now. And he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4 swing at Spear with his axe. Okay, so this is about to answer a question I've been wondering for a while, and that is Ishmael ridiculous, or is it all tech priests with great weapons? Let's find out. That's a hit in the head of Spear. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. The tech priest swings overhand with this great axe, smashes it into Spear's head, and it just bounces off. And the tech adept reels backwards, and Spear laughs.
You only rolled 10.
Yeah,
No.
total of 10 on 2d10 plus his strength.
Yeah, I was gonna
He's
say
not
that.
as. The thing is as well, it's not a mono-edged great axe like Ed's, and it's not a. Oh no, it would have been app 2. So that would have been 12. No, it still wouldn't have done anything.
Got to get 14 by the sounds of it.
Somewhere around there, yeah. It depends on your app as well, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It depends on your app. If you've got a higher app, you don't need to get as high a roll. Siegfried von Morton cries like a little baby.
He's back. He's back. Welcome back, Johnny. Welcome back. Just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. No, only another 4 turns, Johnny.
Oh, sure,
You
right,
were
let's do
no.
it.
It's 2 more turns that you're crying for.
It's okay.
Um,
I'm just doing some other shit whilst I figured it'd take a little while for me to get back in the game, as it were.
Johnny,
Yeah.
you missed the moment where I was toying with the idea of exsanguinating you while you weren't even in the room.
There's me just checking on my family, making sure they're all right, and then
I thought that was a bit mean. It's a bit mean.
That's fine. It's fine. Just kill him off. He'll be the first. to
Drummond.
die.
Drummond.
Death. Do it.
Drummond
Dare you.
stays where he is.
Double D.
I tripled it.
Shit.
Goes full auto.
Drummond is going to fire a burst from his bolt gun into Spear. So that's no plus, but a plus for the range, so that's plus 10. That's a miss. Fucking 88. There's Drummond gone. There he is. Next up is the Tech Priest, who 1, 2, 3. Continues to move forward while chanting his words. Reading from his unholy parchment. Venetta watches Otto move forward and realizes what he's doing and sort of thinks, yeah, Otto's got a fucking point here. So she's going to move to support Otto. She's going to go to here. She's going to run. Actually, she can go a bit further. She's going to run to there. No, she's not, because she's frozen. Oh, 14 on her willpower test. So yes, she is going to do that. Actually, yeah, you should have taken that at the beginning of your turn, Hayden. But never mind. We'll come back to that. It didn't change anything. Canny,
Hello.
it is your turn.
I would like to charge the tech priest, please.
Did we roll for the length of time of your cold fire, by the way?
We did not.
Would you like to roll that now? 3d10. It's been 3 rounds so far. This is third round, so 18. So 15 rounds left on the cold fire.
Okay. So I'm going to charge up to this tech priest.
You gain a plus 20 on the charge, but you have plus 10 to your weapon skill from Battle Frenzy.
Do I not have a berserk charge?
I don't know. Do you have Berserk charge?
I do
Is that-
indeed. It's plus
that a
30
thing?
weapon skill on the charge.
Okay,
It's
so
a
it's
thing.
plus,
I'm not making it up.
plus 40 then. I don't remember what everyone has exactly. I try to, but there's a lot of
That's
shit
what I
going on.
read.
So plus 40 weapon skill, Alan.
So what is it? So it's plus 30 from the berserk charge. Plus what is the plus 10 from the frenzy?
Plus 10 was from your frenzy, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say to him, Venetta Calamere sends her regards. It's a strike.
That is definitely a strike. He is not paying any attention to you. He cannot parry or dodge. He's completely focused on his task. Roll for damage.
Okay. So that would be that damage. Didn't work. Try rolling normally. D10 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14. 24.
And that is Righteous Fury.
That's a miss on the conversion.
So just a 24. Just 24. Casual as fuck. At 2.
Up to.
It doesn't really matter where you hit. It's the same all over because he's a fucking heretic. So 24 minus 3, 21 minus 5. Holy shit. I need to recalculate that. That seems a bit mental. 3. $21. You do 16 wounds to the heretic. Respectable. That's Ishmael levels of bullshittery.
Cool. If only I could have converted the Righteous
Yeah.
Fury.
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been
that's
Would
still
be
awesome, though, man. Fucking good.
most interesting. That was a fucking beefy hit.
Certainly was.
Next up is Otto. Otto is here. Otto was one of the few people to pass his fucking test. He's going to take a shot at one of the lasgunners. Oh. +10 for aim, +10 for range, +10 for single shot, +10 for the red dot on the Hercuter. That is a hit.
Good work, Otto.
And he rolls a 10. And he's confirmed it.
Oh, yeah.
13 in
Oh,
total.
indeed.
So 13, 16 damage. Oh, and sorry, what I meant to do before he fired this shot was he goes, man stopper, for a free action. So 16 hits the guy with an armor penetrating round. It's reduced to 14, reduced to 11 for the guy's armor. And he blows this lasgunner away with one shot from Johnny's pistol.
Guy.
Go on, Otto. Worst combat character ever, and he's a fucking superstar.
You fucking worm.
The lasgunners are going to try and pass their willpower test. 1, 3, 4. One of them passes, the rest fail. So this
Less than
one
that for us all.
is going to move to here. The other 3 are still trying to shoot at the demon host, and they're a heavy penalty now because it's in combat. 1 hits with only 1 degree of success. Doesn't damage. The other one, who saw his mate get blown away by Otto, looks around the corner, sees Veneta, Otto, and Drummond. I'm going to randomize who he shoots at. Drummond. And he hits Drummond with a single shot from a lasgun, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, minus Drummond's armor. Doesn't do anything to Drummond. Doesn't get through his tough hide. Penetrates his armor, but doesn't hurt him. After the lasgunners, it is Gaius Mortalis.
Okay. See.
So you need to make your willpower test first, actually. We did it the wrong way around last time.
Yay, I passed.
You may act normally, but you are still at -10 to any skill tests because you're a bit shaken.
Let's move back. That's my middle.
Speer. Speer, where are you, Speer? All the way around this big map. Speer.
Fire, you fucking demonic ball bag. Take this.
Speer is about to.
Take my tears. Taste my tears.
He's about to do exactly what he did before and just tear this tech adept limb from limb. No, he's not. He missed on the first attack. Yeah. That's his turn. Because he went all out attack. He's kind of useless if he doesn't hit with his first attack. The tech adept returns a favor and hits.
I think all the people that he's killed must have been sleeping. You know what I mean?
14.
So far.
All the people he's killed served a purpose, Johnny. 14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh, I imagine they do.
12. The tech adept does 5 wounds to the demon host.
Whee, go on, adept.
Von Morton, you cry. You keep crying. No.
Oh my god.
It's some of the effects of fear just happen. Some you can try and resist each turn.
It's all coming out now. I shouldn't have killed those random little animals when I was a child and enjoyed dissecting them. Shouldn't have
Drummond
done it.
fucking Drummond. Drummond's bolter jams.
Shit.
Fucking
Come on,
bollocks.
Drummond.
And you hear him curse, by the Emperor's ass! And he drops his bolter. There's a free
You pull
action.
out.
He's going to get something else out in a second. The tech priest is now in combat with Canny. He's just been clobbered in the back, and he turns to Canny. He's been interrupted, and he is not best pleased.
Ooh.
He's still holding his parchment. Sorry, his mechadendrite is still holding his parchment. And he raises his weapons, and you see.
Which looks remarkably like a handbag.
No, it doesn't at all. His hands come up for the first time. You've not seen them until this point, hidden in his robes. And in one hand, he holds a bulky, wide-barreled pistol that glows blue. And in the other, he brings up a maul that crackles with energy as he activates it.
That's not good, is it, guys?
And he's going to make a standard attack against you. He's not going to go all-out attack. That is a hit.
Let's parry, please.
What would you like to parry with?
I'll parry my meat hook.
Okay.
That's plus 10. Balance,
Which is?
right?
Yep. That's a success. You parry this power maul to one side, completely negating any damage that it does. However, power field. I'm going to let you roll this, Alan, if you would like.
Please.
Roll a D100. Roll high.
What am I rolling against, or rolling for?
You want to get 76 or more.
To what end?
Oh dear. What's the name of your hook?
Sally, I believe.
Sally shatters as it makes contact with the power maul, breaking into dozens of tiny fragments that scatter around you and the tech priest. And the tech priest looks down on you and goes, "Whelp, what are you doing here? You should have died on the landing pad." Venetta runs over to Drummond. Oh no, Venetta is frozen. Venetta is not frozen. Venetta runs over to Drummond and picks up his bolter. I'm just going to check if this is a half action or a full action. A half action! And she lifts this bolter in one hand, and with her las pistol in her other hand, she smacks onto the bolter and says, "Blessed be the name of the Omnissiah. Grant this machine spirit new life." And you hear a click as the jammed bolt shell ejects from the weapon, and she holds it out to Drummond. She has used technical knock. Canny.
A curse in the face of the tech priest.
I've had that beautiful meat hook since I was 12. You're going to pay. You'll pay.
I do an all-out attack.
All out attack. Okay. Plus 30. Plus 40.
Oh yeah, because of the drugs.
because of
That's a
frenzy.
hit on plus 40.
Yeah. Okay, roll for
Yep.
damage with Molly.
10 plus 14.
It's rending
19.
as well, though. Isn't it?
No, not rending.
The tech priest raises
A
his
rending
power
me.
maul.
A rending. That'd be great.
Tearing.
But no.
The tech priest raises his power maul to parry the blow, but your frenzied rage is too fast for him, and he misses. So 19. App 2.
It's at
So-
4, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, is it app 4? Oh yeah, because it was.
It's
I thought
mono
that-
edge now. No, actually, no. You're right.
it's
It's 2 on it.
Your hook was app 4.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Molly
No,
does
you're
more
right.
damage, doesn't it? And Sally had a higher app.
Yeah. I take it back.
So 17, 16 minus his toughness. Holy shit. Fuck. Can you remember how much damage I said you did to it the first round?
I don't know how much you did, but
Fifteen.
I know I did
It was
24 to it.
24 in total. So you did
That
8
was it.
damage. And is it 16 damage or something? Like that?
Yeah, and then it reduced.
Yeah, 16. No, it was 16. Yes.
It reduced to. Yeah, it was 16 reduced. You did 24, and it was reduced to
Reduced to
16.
16, I believe. Yep.
So that's a total of 37 damage you've done to him now,
Fuck. Wow.
which is minus 15. Oh,
Awesome.
oh,
The Book of Death.
We love the Book of Death.
Please
powerful-
consult the Book of Death.
The powerful blow cleaves the target from gullet to groin, revealing his internal pipework and spilling it onto the ground before him in a rush of machine oil. The area around the target becomes awash with machine oil. It says gore here, but obviously. For the rest of the fight, anyone moving within 4 meters of the target's corpse must make an agility test or fall over. So let me just draw some oil. 4 meters. 1, 2, 3. There is oil basically all around here.
Wasn't that guy trying to entrap the demon again?
Yeah, that was
trying to blind him, I believe.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a piss. I'm definitely not going to go and rethink everything that was about to happen.
Spain's going to turn into a fucking bloodthirster or something stupid like that. We're going to be like, fucked.
Well,
Your
yeah,
event
we
against
stopped
it.
him turning into something or getting sucked into sort of artifact.
Can't believe Siegfried, though. Fucking, he's like crying like a little girl.
I know he's the only one with a decent chance of damaging the demon.
I know. Oh no. Kenny's
Care
probably
with
going to
the
finish it
result
off.
there.
Kenny seems to have this. He's got the look. He's got the touch. He's got the power, man. Like, you
I know, I
what
might
mean?
have to like do the Emperor's Gift thing where like
Do it.
give him an extra D5 damage
Definitely.
combat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting close to that fucking demon there.
Well, no, as long as he can see and hear me.
All right,
Can't
that's
open.
cool. That works.
Rah, 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 rah. Emperor's War. Faith,
Rant in
faith,
the
faith.
Emperor's name.
Yes, I ranted the Emperor's name. Such a holy rant.
Can't, I'm not surprised though. This is the problem with having no fate. It's like you completely the mercy of your dice rolls every time, for better or worse.
I
So
know. I
It
need
is
to
what
get,
it
I need
is.
to get like fear.
the fateless
Next-
assassin. You know what I mean? Is there anything more useless? I don't know. We've yet to find out.
Wait,
Dave's like, not really. No, that's probably the most useless thing you can have in the game.
No. See, the thing is, you're a sniper, Johnny.
Yeah.
You shouldn't ever be getting in a position where people can easily hit you anyway.
That's it.
Um,
I thought I was in a safe place there, but obviously not. This
Wait
demon doesn't like me though. I've pissed it off.
Wait until you meet my assassin in Al's campaign, Johnny. He's a little bit different to yours. He is the polar opposite of your assassin.
Oh right, okay.
He looks after his allies.
What?
Yeah,
He supports them.
he fight with great honor.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's the last thing assassin needs.
Okay, so Canny has fucking dispatched a major NPC who was supposed to survive this fight. So, on that note, Otto is gonna. Otto's gonna take a shot at the las gunner over there. He's fucking hit again on a 17. Otto is a demon. And rolled an 8 for damage. So that's 11 minus 2, 9.
What's he got in there?
No, minus 3. Yeah, man stoppers. Down to 8, 5. He does 5 wounds to this guy. Go Otto. Otto Krasmark, legendary pen pusher of the Administratum.
Pen pusher / pistolier.
This is the logic I'm working with. I've made a really shit combat character in the hopes that he will shine randomly when he shouldn't. So this las gunner is going to fire once more at Drummond on semi-auto. That is a miss. The other 3 are going to try their willpower tests. Fail. 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 They're going to continue to shoot at Spear, who is still in combat. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one misses. They're not doing very well at all, those guys. Gaius Mortalis! I don't know why I keep saying it like that.
That guy. I'm going to shoot this.
Say again, Hayden, you broke up there.
I'm going to shoot Spear. Mind you, will my incendiary rounds do anything? I don't think. Shoot the las gunner. Set him up.
Okay. Oh, the tech adept, or the las gunner that's up to the north.
Yeah, leave the tech adept alone. Spear.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so you're slightly out of short range for your shotgun, so you won't get the plus 10. You will get plus 10 for a single shot, but you're also minus 10 from the fear effect, and that's a miss anyway. Okay. Spear. Spear's going to hack at this guy with an all-out attack. He missed again on a 93. Did I not give him fate points? Surely I cheated in some way. I didn't say that out loud.
Come on, evil tech priest.
You can just say he's got
Use that
4 fate
evil
points.
tech priest.
No, I was very careful creating Spear. He wasn't just randomly assigned numbers. He was created using certain rules. He had basically a system of points to buy his abilities. Spear lashes out at the tech priest, the tech adept, and fails to hit him. It's the tech adept's go. This fucking tech adept is blessed. Breast? He's breast.
His breast.
He's going for. His name is Booby McTitnose, and he hits Spear in the shoulder with his great axe. Spear can't parry because he all-out attacked. That's 3, 11, 12, 13, 14. App 2. So 14 minus his armor at app 2 is that minus his toughness. The tech adept does another 2 wounds to Spear. However, on Spear's go, you notice some of his wounds are beginning to close up. And he technically takes no damage because he took 2 wounds this round and I forgot to use his ability last turn. He regenerates, in other words.
Shit.
Not much. He regenerates just 1 wound a turn, but he does regenerate. Von Morton,
Holy shit.
you guess what you do?
Oh god.
You cry. And then
Oh,
you
that's
finish crying, finally. And your stim is still engaged. Drummond takes the bolt gun from Veneta. He hadn't drawn another weapon, had he? He'd just dropped it. He was
No.
going to take another weapon. He takes the bolt gun from Veneta and gives her a nod and sights down it at Speyer and fires another semi-auto burst. Plus 10. And he hits on an 11 in the left arm.
Oh, the high degrees of success.
And he gets a 10. It doesn't.
Hits.
Oh yeah, that's 2 hits. So the first one is a 10. Confirm the critical. That was a miss. So 10 plus the bolt gun damage for the first one, and the second one is a 2. That's not going to get through. The second one though, 15 at app 4. So 15 app 4. 12 minus Speyer's toughness. Drummond strikes Speyer in the left arm and does 5 wounds to him.
Yeah. Go.
Awesome.
Finally, thanks to tearing. Yeah, that's the beauty of tearing, by the way. You basically roll 2 damage, you've got 2 chances of getting a 10, which is pretty cool. That's why bolt guns are awesome. Veneta nods back at Drummond and moves 1, 2, 3 to here. Takes aim at the las gunner with her las pistol that she's been modifying a lot thanks to Alan. And that is a hit. She rolls a 1 for damage. You got other strengths, Veneta. It's all right. Canny.
Okay, I'd like to take
My
my.
character's been a fucking combat ineffective for like 4 turns.
I just ran backwards and forwards. I missed everything.
You guys need to take more drugs.
Yeah, take all the drugs, man. Don't worry about the side effects. There's no side effects. Shut up, Dave.
No, I haven't had any
Mutation
side effects.
table.
I'm just fine.
The mutation.
Yeah.
table, here we come.
Absolutely fine.
I'm about to run out.
I'd
That's
like
the point.
to.
At some point, I need to deal with Siegfried's insanity points at some point. But anyway, Canny, what are you doing?
I'd like to take my meat cleaver to this tech priest in front of me. I'd like to try and hack out his head and spine for a start.
You're gonna what the body?
Yeah, the body.
Okay, so no need to roll an attack because it's a prone dead body. But let's roll damage. I'm going to give you a random tearing rule for this because you would have a bit of an advantage with him being a prone corpse. So roll your damage dice twice. Choose the highest. Oh,
I'll just go my first roll, Dave.
are you sure?
Quite sure.
I want you to confirm the critical still.
Okay.
Do it.
What am I rolling at? That's a hit, regardless.
That'll do it. Yeah, roll for damage again.
D10.
Yep.
Oh!
Roll for damage again.
Another D10, yeah.
Oh!
What is going on? Roll for damage again.
Nothing but 10, right? Oh, just a 7.
So that's 20, 30, 40, 52. Is that 52? Is that 24? 51 damage.
34, 34, 44,
Holy shit, man.
44,
You managed to
51, is it?
Yeah, that is a new record
Fucking hell.
in Dark Heresy.
Wow.
In 2 slicing blows up and down. Your meat cleaver slices either side of the spinal column, and you rip predator style the head and the spine of this tech priest. And it's no mean feat, because this tech priest was barely flesh. In fact, the only bit of flesh you can see is a tiny bit of nervous system inside the spine. It was basically a machine you've just carved through. As the rage of this fight and the cold fire fills your veins. And in the distance, at the edge of your vision, edge of your hearing, you hear deep, bubbling laughter, as though someone laughs while immerses in a liquid. As you take this skull.
Blood for the blood god.
No.
I'd also
Oh,
like
no.
to.
Oil for the oil god!
I'd also like to pick up the like he's got like a what's it called, a scroll.
Oh,
Yep.
man, we're getting the attention of the Chaos Gods.
It's got like a
Well,
scroll that
that's
he's
the way.
used to
Yeah.
try and bind this dude. I'd like to pick that up as well, please.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. So you can take this parchment, this roll of it looks like incredibly ancient parchment, covered in these runes. This bizarre writing that you've never seen before that hurts your eyes to look at. It's similar to what you saw on the Grox, but also not.
Okay, that'll do me, I think.
I can't believe you just did that to take the piss after killing him, didn't you? You fucking son of a bitch.
It's a gift.
Otto,
It's a gift for Vanetta. That's what it is. It's a gift for Vanetta.
Who
I'm
says,
going
good
to offer
idea.
it to her.
who
Like,
says the flesh is weak is weak now, bitch? You know what I mean?
You might have a data bank plug in.
Otto sees Canny take the skull of this heretic and goes, "Yes, for the Emperor!" and gets a bit carried away. And he begins to move forward towards the lasgunner, firing another round from Siegfried's pistol as he advances. It seems that Otto's blood is up. So, plus 10 for range, plus 10 for a single shot, plus 10 for the red dot. So I fucking rolled an 8. It's another hit from Otto. That's only a 1 for damage. That's not... Oh, it might do. No, that won't do any damage.
No, it's very much Otto. That is.
But he's laughing manically as he charges forward, firing this pistol. The lasgunner sees Otto charging and fires a burst at him. And 51. So what would that be? Plus 10 for plus 10 for range. That would be it. That is a miss. The other 3, one of them passes. One of these guys passes and can now function normally, and he moves to flank his friend, and he's going to take a shot at Drummond. Single shot, which misses. The other 2 guys are going to shoot once more at Speyer. Miss.
Dave, can I stop you a second?
Yes.
I just want to, in the interest of pure, accuracy, I want to say that I have plus 10 strength from my frenzied drug.
You do.
Which
So that
adds
would have been
another plus 2 damage onto... Takes me up to 53 damage on the corpse.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
just in the interest of accuracy,
Even ignoring, like, forget about armor and toughness and everything. We've never had a roll like that off anyone. I don't think. I think before that, the record was possibly Ramsey when he shot the abbot in the cathedral. I think he did 36 damage, and I think Ed did something like 34 damage against whatever his name was that nearly took Dick's leg that time when you two first started playing. Because Ed proper took him out. Ramsey proper fucked the Abbott up, and you have just fucked up a corpse. Even if you hadn't been a corpse, that would have still been a record.
I'll take it. I'll put it in the bank. So 53.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in the bank.
Oh, don't worry. I've got it written down here. It's a record. Mr. Mortalis, your turn.
Put it Guinness Book of Records.
Again. And then I'm going to shoot it.
You're going to shoot at what, sorry?
Oh, wait a second. No.
I can't hear you, Hayden.
Oh, say I've shot the last gunner and I've missed. Someone else's
Okay.
turn. I was just counting shots. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. You're not doing very well, Gaius. Although, to be fair, Gaius has performed consistently in every other battle that we've ever had. This is how it goes, isn't it? Speyer is going to fuck this guy up because he's kind of pissing him off. Plus 30 for an all-out attack. 25, that's a hit. Speyer does 2. 12. 10. 7. Speyer does 7 wounds to the Tech Adept on his first strike. Follows it up with a second attack as his other claw comes sweeping round, which is also a hit. Fuck. 1. It's 11. Minus 2 is 9. Minus his toughness is 6. He tears the Tech Adept in half with his final sweep.
No.
And his head goes back and he roars as blood and machine oil sprays from this creature. And he bellows, "Blood for the blood god!" And then he looks across the room
Oh,
at Siegfried.
oh, fuck off. Just fuck off now.
Speaking of which, it's Siegfried's go.
Right. As he looks over at me, I'm going to be like, fuck off, Spare. And then I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay, you are at minus 10 still from your little disturbing experience, but you are still stimmed. Otherwise, it'd be a lot worse. So you're taking a shot at Spear. It's going to be plus 10 for aim, plus 10 for a single shot, plus 10 for range, plus 10 for accurate, plus 10 for the scope, plus 50.
65, so that's 59, so that's a hit with 5 degrees of success, 4 degrees of success.
Okay, so that will be 3 damage dice.
Okay, so the first one is 4. Second one is cocked. 10.
Okay.
That's 14, 17 altogether.
Confirm your
17. No, you only get to confirm the first dice.
Yeah.
Plus 5, is it?
Yeah.
17 plus 5.
22.
22. App 3?
Yep, I think it's up 3.
Okay. So minus his
Okay, yeah.
armor, which is now boosted because of what he cast. 17.
Fuck your pilot. Fuck your politics, Spare.
You
Nobody makes me cry my own tears.
bellow this
Nobody.
counter challenge as you blast Spear with your sniper rifle, and you see a burst of red hot blood that splatters out behind Spear all across the altar and begins to dissolve and burn away some of the stone. And Spear screams in rage. You do 10 wounds.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Nobody makes me feel emotion. Nobody.
I've never
Drummond.
cried. That's the first time I've ever cried. I don't like it. You demonic cunt.
Drummond fires another burst from his bolt gun. Fucking. You know, I've got this habit of making these really good NPCs that don't do anything. Like
Never
some,
done that before.
Just make him shit and they'll do more. Make him bring him
92.
down.
92. Yeah, Medan's the same. Medan is ridiculous. Medan is basically designed to never be hit, but he's not been in combat yet. So all he does is sit around and drink. Drummond fires a burst of 2 rounds from his bolt gun, neither of which hit because I can't roll to save my life. However, as he does this, as a free action, he uses a special ability called We Are the Law. And he bellows, Arbeits! Move forward into the face of the enemy! Stand before the demonic and the heretic! Show them your strength! Show them your fury and bring them low! Gaius, as an Arbeit, and as someone within earshot of this commanding speech, you now generate righteous fury rolls on a roll of an 8 or more.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Veneta Calamir takes an aimed shot. No, a burst shot at the last lasgunner in front of her. She hits with only 1 degree of success. That's a floor 7. I'm going to have to roll it again. Oh, it's a 10. Veneta rolls a 10. Confirms on an 8. 1. So 11, 12, 13, 9, 6. She does 6 wounds to this gentleman, blowing him away with her highly customized las pistol. The big annoying brute in the middle of the pool of oil, what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking MC. Okay, Dave, so there's a lasgunner behind me who's closer than Speyer.
Is it definite?
I
You
was-
measured it?
Yeah, I have measured it. I think the
Yeah, it looks
lasgunner is 1 square
by a
closer than
square.
the Speyer is. By square, yes, that's right. I would like to engage Speyer rather than lasgunner. But I'm frenzied, so
I'll tell you what. You're a pit fighter. You're experienced. Make a willpower test at -10.
Oh,
Now, you must obey the drugs coursing through your veins.
okay. I'm gonna lift up. I'm gonna lift up this skull and spinal column. I'm gonna shout,
Skulls for the Emperor!
that's right.
Blood for the Emperor! Skulls for the Golden Throne!
Then I'm going to charge the lasgunner.
Before you roll your
I'm
attack,
moving through oil, so I'm moving through oil. So
before you
start.
roll your attack, Canny, there's 2 things I'd like you to do.
Yep.
One of which is make your agility test, which will be at +10.
Fail.
That's a fail. You begin to charge towards the lasgunner, but around here, you slip and fall flat on your big, fat ass.
Oh dear.
The lasgunner that you were charging at, however, just make a intimidation check for me, which is a strength check.
There's a half strength, but it's failed.
Okay. The lasgunner that you were charging at is momentarily distracted, and you see a look of panic on his face as you begin to charge towards him, but then as you slip and fall, he visibly relaxes a bit. You basically had the ability there to take away any attempt of dodging or parrying with your intimidation. That's what I was going to give you. Making up random rules on the fly as I go. Otto. Otto is still feeling brave as fuck. Inspired by Canny, it seems. And he begins to run out of cover and takes a pot shot at this guy over here. He's taken some lessons from Siegfried. range, single shot, red dot.
That's how we do it.
Just a miss. He needed a 64. He's rolled a 65. It's close, Otto. Otto's fucking ridiculous. Gaius Mortalis.
All right, guys, we'll quick draw my bolt pistol out.
Okay.
Gonna move forward 3 squares,
Uh huh.
and
You don't have the talent for bolt pistol, don't you?
I do.
So that'd be minus 20
Oh dear.
on top of your minus 10 that you've already got
All
from
right, I
the
won't
fear
take the
effect.
bolt pistol out. I'll
Yeah,
shoot
I just thought I'd best
incendiary
warn you.
at this guy. I will.
What at
Sprayer.
Speyer? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're still just out of short range for your shotgun, I think.
How many
Yeah,
fires
it's
do the ones?
I believe it's 30 for a shotgun, so 15 is half range. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're 1 square out of range.
I've got 1 square of movement, fair, because I'm moving him back.
Yeah, okay. So you're now in half range. So plus 10 for half range, plus 10 for a single shot. You can aim, obviously. I think that's all your pluses. And then minus 10 for being under the effects of the demon still a bit. That's a hit.
Hit.
Roll.
Okay. I've got blaze around still.
Yep, so roll for damage first of all.
8. 1 8. Oh wait a second. Damage. Let's do 100. Can we round that down?
No, you can, but it would be no, you can. No, roll for damage.
10.
4.
A 4. So this is the Iron Claw shotgun, isn't it?
Yes. The meat hammer is back at home.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, you'd have to be a little bit closer to get the scatter roll, wouldn't you? So a 4 plus a 4, that's 8. Yeah, that's not going to get through him. And it has to damage for the blaze around to take effect.
Okay.
But it was a good effort. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. For fate. No, I'm probably better off. I was going to do
Sorry.
that. Carry
What
on.
are you doing?
It's fine.
Okay, carry on.
No.
So now it's Speyer, who bizarrely has appeared twice in the initiative order all of a sudden. I don't really know why.
Demonic powers, man. Demonic powers.
Let me just put these las gunners back on the initiative order. They've fallen off it for some reason. The las gunners should have gone then. The one that saw Canny, I'll get back for this.
The sprayer.
He's spraying like
Pisses everywhere.
molten hot jets of man foam everywhere.
Jet is fatter.
Yeah, it's the spray, man. He's
I don't know if you've noticed how I escalate combat as an adventure goes on, but can you tell from this one that this is the end of the adventure?
A bit,
Yeah.
yes.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Can you also tell that I don't know where it's going to go now because you killed the tech priest?
Yeah, we just need bits of him to download, upload some.
We can plug his head in, can't we?
Yeah,
I had some plans for that guy. Genuinely had some plans.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people in this
go
campaign
and burn, like,
you may plan
50 pages
for,
of
but they
notes
get
for him?
killed.
I need to. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to change now because he's dead. And there's certain bits of information
We'll never know.
that you might know too soon. Actually,
Oh yeah, because he'll have a data pad on him or something.
yeah. Well, you don't need a data pad. Canny's got his fucking head.
Yeah, it's saved in the bank's tech priest. Can't
Oh well.
Meditator, yeah.
All I'll say
Yes.
is it's a good job we're playing the other game on Saturday night.
Oh, because of time to plan.
No, because the two stories are intertwined,
Oh,
and it was all scheduled for certain things to be revealed at certain times, and you've gone and ruined it by killing that guy.
was it Theodosia?
He's the same guy, for fuck's sake. Clearly the same guy. It can't be
I'm
like,
not saying any more than that.
There can't be 100 different heretics running around, you know what I mean, at that stature running around in this sector. There's got to be one, because if it was too many, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. You know what I mean?
Apparently Tom a new arsehole.
Hi, Nicole!
Really fast.
Now, the two timelines in the two different games are this far off converging. You know, there's a bit of a difference in time between them.
Yeah.
This game is actually about 2.5 months ahead of the other game.
I got you.
But on Saturday, it's going to catch up. There's going to be a time jump.
Cool.
And there's going to be a few reveals. I might have to tailor a few, but...
Cool.
And things that have happened in both campaigns are going to get revealed in the opposite campaign. So you're going to learn stuff in this game about the main campaign, but that won't affect much because it's mostly to do with characters that aren't played by people that are in this campaign. So basically, Ramsey, Ishmael, and Leanne. And the other campaign is going to reveal some of the stuff that's going on because, I mean, why are you on Decilium? What are you doing here?
No idea.
No, you don't.
Find the canister.
Following orders, man.
Clear our Inquisitor's name.
So, Canny,
our Inquisitors even though.
Hello.
as you
Is there
roll
anything
around
else?
in this corrupted machine oil, the las gunner that has been shooting at Otto, Veneta, and Drummond that you tried to charge wheels around with his las gun and fires at you. He's plus 10 for range. He's going to go burst. Does he get any other pluses? Plus 10 for range, is that it? That seems low. Anyway, plus 10. He can't aim in the same turn that he's doing a burst because it's full action.
Fair enough.
So it's just a plus
Can't
10.
aim.
82. These two las blasts strike the machine oil on the ground next to you and ignite.
Oh dear.
Welcome to the Crispy Club.
That's not good, right?
Probably not. The other two guys are going to try and break their fear on them. Both fail with an 88, both of them, which is really fucking weird. And they're going to continue firing at Spare. First one misses.
We a pretty group.
Second one hits. With 2 degrees success, so he gets 2 hits.
Masks all around, boys. We've got to
Miss.
humanity again.
Miss. So the second guy hits Spare but doesn't do any damage. He just rolled below the threshold. Now it's Spare's go.
What about Gaius?
Gaius just went, didn't he? Fired at the... He fired at something. It was just your go.
But,
We were waiting for Alan.
Hello, sorry.
Spare. Yeah. Spare is going to...
Made me cry like a little girl again. I hope not. Don't you
Right.
He's going to really... Damn it.
Here's my reasoning for what's about to happen. The las gunners have been shooting at Spare for a long while. They haven't really harmed Spare at all. You guys have. Canny is an obvious threat. So is Drummond. And he has a bit of a hard-on for Siegfried. So, on a 1 or a 2, he's going to go for Canny. On a 3 or 4, 1 or 2 is going to go for Canny. 3 or 4 is going to go for Drummond. 5, 6, 7 will be Otto, Veneta, Gaius. 8, 9, 10 will be Siegfried. Okay?
Let's give me Siegfried.
And to make this absolutely fair, I'm going to do it in roll 20.
Oh, thank God.
It's Gaius.
Was that me?
Yep.
I mean, that's terrible. That's awful. The Emperor will protect you. Your faith is like a shield of steel.
It's okay.
He floats across the floor, his gaze turning towards Gaius Mortalis. One arm outstretches. And lightning, purple and green in hue, arcs out.
All right, come on.
No, it doesn't, because that's out of range.
Ha
And does fuck all, because he's out of range.
You've called it.
So he's going to have to keep moving. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's running, well, floating, technically. His warp powers are powerful, but they're quite short range. So, yeah. So that saved you a bit there. Mr. Von Morton, it is your turn.
Hey, Spear, leave Mortalis alone. And then I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. Oh, sorry. On Spear's turn, he regenerates as well. Okay, so
For the Emperor!
single shot, aiming, accurate, range, scope. No, the scope doesn't count. I keep fucking that up. The scope just reduces extreme range to normal, so it's plus 40.
11. That's 7 degrees of success or 8. Second. I've got 59.
3 damage dice either way.
Yeah. First one. 10.
Oh my word.
Okay, I'll just show you it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Roll your other 2 first, and then we'll come back to the confirm.
A 1.
Yep.
And a 1 again.
And a 1 again. Balance is restored. Plus 5, isn't it? So confirm the critical.
61. Is that a hit with my pluses, or do you not get pluses?
What's your ballistic skill?
59.
Yeah, so it's still a confirm, yeah.
Okay, and then damage.
10.
Holy shit!
You set a cunt. Right. Roll again.
Okay, so that's to confirm that, isn't it?
No, you
12.
just keep rolling. You just keep rolling d10s now.
12.
You don't have to confirm again.
All right, yeah. So I got 12, but that was on D100. So, so is it just the
Just a d10.
Just a D10. 8.
Okay, so 28, 29, 30, 35. It's no 53, but it's respectable. It's 35. App 3. So.
Don't touch my friend, you bummer. Like that.
28.
That's it.
21.
Can't believe I've just done 2 fucking crit things. That's fucking good.
What was your initial roll to hit? Can you remember?
It was low. I think it was like 7 degrees of something like that. Fuck.
No, I mean the actual number to determine where it was hit.
I'm trying to think. 7 degrees of success. So what was the I plus 40, didn't I?
Yeah.
99. So it's probably 7 degrees. About 7 degrees. So about 20.
Nah, I need the number to reverse for the location, but I don't know what it was. So roll a D100 again, and we'll use that as the location.
4.
That's a hit in the head. Spear's head bursts like an overripe fruit and sprays blood, bone, and brains in all directions. Anyone within 4 meters, 1, 2, 3, 4, not quite Gaius, must make an agility test or be sprayed with the blood, which would have been bad because it's Spear's blood.
Tastes like redemption.
The shot would also hit anything behind Spear, but there's nothing behind Spear. Spear's form slumps to the ground, headless, and as it does, you see some of its muscle mass begins to wither and disappear. And the runes and etchings on the chains that bind him lose their glow. Spear is dead.
Wow.
Good shot, Johnny.
Yes. I've had to redeem myself, man. I had to redeem myself, like from my previous sins.
Drummond roars, turns towards the las gunner he can see, sights along his bolt rifle,
Bunk rifle.
bong rifle,
His
takes
bum
aim, and fires a single shot. Aim, single shot, range, which is a hit. And he
Hey.
gets a 6 for damage. That's 11. Minus, there's no fucking armor from that. 8. And he blasts a huge chunk out of this las gunner's arm. Venetta also sees the shot whistle past and strikes Spear, and she shoots at the same guy with her las pistol that Drummond fired at and hits. 4, 6. Doesn't do anything. Canny.
Hello?
It's your turn.
Let's try and get out of this burning oil, please.
Okay, so it's not lit you on fire just yet. The fire will begin to spread at the end of the las gunner's turn. So it's half your movement, or half an action to stand up.
Okay. So I'll stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And then half an action to move.
Yeah.
Is what, 2, is it?
Whatever your agility bonus is.
Yep. So it's 2. I'll move 2 towards the las gunner.
Okay. Otto. 1, 2, 3. Still begins charging forward. Crouches briefly at this pew and takes aim at the wounded las gunner. 29. Otto is on fire. 9. He's rolled a 9 for damage. So that's 12. Minus his armor. Ignores some of it. 7 minus 4.
I'm proud of him.
Otto drops another guy. Man of the match. Apart from the whole 53 critical damage.
That was awesome.
Gaius Mortalis.
Record.
All right, 1 second. Let's get back. Put your mic.
You have no power here, Spear the Bleedy.
Forward 3, and then
Fuck
Sharp.
the demons, gun.
this last gunner.
Okay. 1,
Fire.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
No,
9, 10,
I
11,
hurt it
12,
down.
13. The fucking dice gods are against you tonight, mate. That is a jam.
Is it? I'm going to use
yeah.
a faint point. I'm going to use a.
Okay.
Do it.
Got it.
That's a hit. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Fire. Oh no, that's the D100. Sorry.
That's a jam again. No.
Oh no.
You don't want that. You don't want that. Sorry for kill stealing Spear, guys. I do apologise for that.
So
I
3
wasn't expecting
plus
it to be so jammy.
7, Minus his armor. The shot hits the guy, and the round glances off his flak armor. You see these tiny embers of fire from the blaze around spread out around him, but it doesn't seem to affect him. The las gunner randomize between Otto and Canny here. It's Otto. Oh dear. 2 hits on Otto. Wait. Yeah, 2 hits on Otto. The first is 4, 7. No app. Otto. Wait, does Otto have armor? 7.
Has his robes, doesn't he?
He's got
Might have-
flak.
He might
He
have
got
flak,
flak
yeah,
out
from
of
last
the
encounter.
thing. So 3. Otto takes 1 wound.
Small price
Puts him
to
down
pay.
to 0. The second hit is a 2, which won't get through his armor.
Awesome.
Back to the top of the round, Siegfried van Morten.
I'm going to take a shot at that. I can't see that guy, can I?
You can't, no.
I'm going to run.
Mhm.
So I think that's 16. It's like I'll get me about here. Round the bones.
Yep, you are a quick motherfucker. Drummond. Drummond can't see anyone either. Drummond's going to 1, 2, 3, 4 stand alongside Gaius.
Yes. For the
And
Emperor,
take a
Drummond.
shot at that guy there. Single shot. Unaimed, so range 78. That's another miss for Drummond. Go on, Drummond. This is why he's a just account. One of the highest
Why
ranking
he should be
arbites on the planet.
sat at his desk looking at data slates and not fucking
Yeah,
doing
he's-
shit.
He's out of practice, mate. The
Yeah.
netter is going to move into cover here, behind this column. Canny.
Hello. I'd like to scream, Skulls! I'm going to charge this lasgunner here and do a berserk charge.
Yep.
Bond
So
slams down upon you.
plus 40 to your weapon skill.
Yeah, plus 40.
That's still a hit, I think, isn't it?
This is where you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
possessed by a
So-
bloodthirster for all the carnage you've caused.
Still a hit
You
at plus
fight
40.
Kenny.
Yeah. Roll for damage. 19 up 2.
No, sorry. I apologise, Dave. 21.
Oh yeah, you didn't add your molly damage, did you?
No, it's strength, the extra strength.
Oh, the extra strength. So
got plus
20,
10 strength from the drugs.
So 21 minus his armor of 2, 19. Yeah, you just fucking bisect this guy in one massive sweep.
Wouldn't his mate have
Um,
some sort of leadership?
Oh, I've been doing them for a while. They keep passing. Otto. Otto watches Canny tear through this guy after screaming skulls for the Emperor. And swept up in the moment, Otto goes, "Yes! Skulls!"
He's such an
And he
impressionable
takes-
boy. No.
Takes a shot at the las gunner. However, Canny is kind of in his line of sight.
Uh-huh.
If he misses by less than 1 degree, he may hit Canny. So I'm going to be really careful how I calculate this. So it's 34, his ballistic skill. He's aiming. He's taking a single shot. He's got a red dot. I think that's everything. So 64. 31.
Awesome.
It's a hit in the left arm. 5, 8, 6, 3. He does 3 wounds to the las gunner, who still hasn't panicked for some fucking bizarre reason. Make another shot now for Otto. Gaius.
Oh, I'm going to shoot the guy.
So you can take aim this turn if you're not moving.
Shot him.
That's a
Most
hit.
degrees.
Yep. You're not in half shot range, so
4.
scatter doesn't affect it. So 8. 4, 3. So you do 1 wound to this guy with your shotgun.
Is he on fire?
He's about to make a test to see.
Burn
And
him.
he ignites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only burning shot.
His left arm goes up in
Burn
flame,
it, holy
plays
fire.
around, kicks in, and he looks down his arm and begins to scream.
Good.
And it's his turn.
Scream of the
He's
heretic.
going to
Most delicious to our ears.
panic fire at Canny. It's not a full auto weapon. He's going to burst fire at point blank at Canny. So it's a plus 30 point blank.
Canny with a KH now. It's,
Can he open her? Yes,
it's
he
a
can.
fucking miss. It's a fucking miss.
What?
And he takes no damage from the fire. His armor is currently on fire, but he doesn't take damage from it.
Oh.
Von Morton.
oh, please. Let's wrap this up. I'm going to take an aim shot at the guy's face.
Plus
just
40
at the-
ballistic skill.
Just at the guy. 87, that's still a hit.
Yep, roll for damage.
6. That's 11.
11 at
Minus
3.
then.
So 10. Minus his toughness. Canny.
Hello.
Something whistles by your ear. And you see the man in front of you whose left arm is on fire suddenly get thrown back against the wall and collapse in a bloody mess as the final lasgunner is taken down. Congratulations, you have defeated the demon host Spear and those that would have bound him. As the last shot rings out around the room, and you look round and find yourselves remarkably unscathed, the bodies of the dead lie around you. The tech priest, minus its skull and spine. The small fragments of Canny's meat hook lay on the floor.
Can I take?
The
Tech-
decapitated
Tech priest's
corpse of Spear begins to glow
Shit.
and swell.
Shit.
Vile black purple warp energy begins to spill from the neck wound, and you see the body begin to vibrate,
Quick, piss on it.
shrivel,
In the Emperor's
and
name.
slowly it's sucked through a tiny rift into the warp, and all that is left behind is a small bell on a chain that you saw tied to its toe.
I'm going to go and pick it up.
Ding.
Okay.
I'm going to go and pick it up.
I'm going to
as
pick
a
up one of
trophy.
Tech Priest's sacks.
I want it as a trophy. I'm just going to walk over to it and just pick it up. See if I want to try and do it without anybody noticing it.
Everyone make an awareness test.
Sight based, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using stealth as well. I'm going to use my stealth.
No, it's only for silent move,
No,
that, Johnny.
alright.
So. Gaius, what did you get?
56.
Okay, so Canny, you see Siegfried pick up this bell.
That's the least of my problems.
What would anyone like to do at this moment? Otto steps forward with his pistol, or rather Siegfried's pistol, and goes, "Woo! Well, that was a hoot! We should do this more often." Venetta strides over towards Canny. Did you take any damage, Canny? You didn't,
No,
did
I'm
you?
not taking any damage.
And she grabs you by by one arm and spins you round. The bloodlust, the battle rage is still pumping adrenaline through your veins. And she quickly casts an eye over you, looking at every exposed part of your flesh for damage. Make a willpower test with a +20.
Carolyn from
Oh dear. The rage fills your entire being.
Oh no, we're doing so well.
Every time
For a
I try and kill her. It's a love-hate relationship.
For
Oh,
you're an
no.
abusive boyfriend. For a singular moment, you were back in the arena in the Carnival of Catastrophe. You once again see the orc blood spitter that you fought recently. And you don't see Vernetta. I need you to make an attack with
Oh, dear.
+40.
Oh fucking hell! Miss, fuck's sake! Oh no! Oh, no! No! This is where Vanetta dies. Laid upon the altar of sacrifice.
Oh shit, this isn't going to be easy to show you.
Don't matter, we believe you, Dave.
Oh, I can't show you. I don't know if you can see that, the dice there.
Zeros.
That's a 0 and an 8. Vanetta, las pistol in hand, lashes out as your meat cleaver sweeps round at her head. And she strikes the meat cleaver away at the last second.
Oh
And
yeah.
her heavily customized las pistol that Alan has spent so much time working of is sheared in half as Molly cleaves through it, and Vanetta gasps in alarm.
Whoa,
Otto rushes forward. Can he stop? Drummond moves alongside. What the fuck is happening? In the name of the throne, stand down!
Schools!
Doing anything?
Can I shoot the cleaver out of his hands?
You can. No. For the simple reason that you're out of ammo.
Oh right, yeah, shit. I'll reload quickly.
Okay, so you're reloading. Gaius, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna I'm watching this go past, and I'm gonna go up to Canny, and risk the same thing, and see if I can calm him by putting my hand on his shoulder with my
Okay, so
shield ready to guard.
You can make your full move up to Canny if you want to.
I'd like to finish searching these people, but I think Canny
He's
needs
out of control.
Where's Canny?
Blood!
Right at the top.
He's a berserker, man. He's gonna be a berserker.
I know.
He's always been a berserker.
Feast upon the blood and the offal and the livers.
Where am I?
You're south of Drummond.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch this on the pile of bones and be like,
What?
yeah,
Casually
yeah,
reloading.
Yeah.
Tasty as the blood. So tasty.
Can I ring the bell?
That probably won't help, I'll be honest.
Well, I know, yeah.
Could actually
That's
time
not good.
down my thing.
I'll not ring the bell. I'm just gonna tuck it away.
Feed me. Feed.
I'm going to read you something while Gaius does what he's going to do. This is my GM notes.
Oh,
It says-
I've moved Drummond, but I've lost myself.
4 turns after I won't say his name, after the tech priest is engaged in combat, he will escape by blasting a hole in the floor and dropping down into the underhive. But he will return. He will be impossible to track and will make no moves against the acolytes as he regathers his strength. Well, not any fucking more.
I've lost my guy.
Well, its skull and spine is welcome to have a go.
I've lost. Is he on here? Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Don't attach it to a body and you'll be fine. We'll be fine. I mean,
That's up to Vianetta what she does.
just fashion it into
There we are.
Okay, so you've got to there.
Yeah, we've got to say prayer behind. Start saying a prayer out loud behind. His name,
It's the spine hammer.
Meat Man.
So you run up.
Behind Cannibal, I'm gonna like start saying a prayer. I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna start saying a prayer in the Emperor's name while I was looking our way.
Okay. Venetta looks alarmed and sees Gaius by your side. And to the surprise of everyone, she begins reciting the prayer that Gaius is reciting, word for word, which is highly unusual for an adept of the Martian cult.
One of us. One of us.
Canny, make another willpower test with a plus 20 for Gaius and Venetta's combined chanting.
Do it. Pass with. Yes.
Yeah.
You may now choose. You may now choose how to act.
I'd like to bring it down a notch, please, Dave. I'd like to sheave Molly.
Okay.
I'd like to give Venetta a big hug, who's in front of me, and celebrate the defeat of our demon enemy.
Make a fellowship test.
That's it. Kiss the face off.
Bite her face off. Bite her face off. What, just a straight test?
Yeah, just straight. Plus 10.
You
actually.
bite her face off.
Plus 10, plus 20. It's a fail, Dave.
Power through prayer, Al. Power through
Okay,
prayer.
you sweep Venetta off her feet and give her this hug, but she's just witnessed you screaming about skulls and trying to hack at her. She doesn't resist. She also doesn't hug you back, and she whispers into your ear as you lift her off the ground. Fucking hell, Kenny. That coal fire stuff's fucking lethal, ain't it?
Yeah, it was just a coal fire, wasn't it? Just a coal fire. Wasn't me at all.
These combat drugs do crazy things. Oh, I've seen a few fucking crazy things before. Penal legions charging across fields of fire and blood with ghost fire in their veins. Yeah, reminded me a bit of that.
I got you a present, Venetta. I got you a present just for you. My gift.
I'm going to pull out the head and spine of the heretic.
What a gift.
Make another fellowship test with a plus 20.
Come on. Nail it, man.
Who could resist? Who could resist the heretic head and spine?
A little bit of a concern, but not too much of a concern.
She takes it from you and looks at it and goes, "Oh my. This could be useful."
My gift to you.
Drummond steps forward, glances at the spot where he's over here somewhere. Glances at the spot where Spear's corpse just disappeared into the warp, and then around at the crumpled remains of the headless, spineless heretic. And he says, well, that was interesting. Tell me, do people get up to this sort of thing often?
Huh. That's Inquisitor business, Drummond. But this was my first experience, to be fair. How did you find it? You performed very well. Did you see yourself running away like I did? Ha, 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 ha.
He was shit. Yeah. He pops the clip. He pops the clip out of the bolt gun, reloads a fresh one, mag clamps it to the back of his armor and says, well, I'll be honest. I found it pretty standard.
Bullshit. What a load of bullshit. That's a practice.
All the day's work of an arbiter, hey, Drummond. All the day's work.
He just grins at you and says, so, how are we getting out of this shithole? Okay, and we'll leave it.
Is anyone else hungry? Is anyone else hungry? I'm hungry.
Maybe he can
Get
eat
the
our way
straws
out,
out.
hey, Drummond.
Get the straws out. There's loads of like liquid sustenance on the floor. Let's drink that. See what happens.
I'm sure the walls are made out of flesh. Can eat his way out.
You've just reminded me of something. You realised after Speyer died, the flesh of the cathedral and the blood pools receded until the point that there is now nothing but bare stone, the wooden pews, and also the bones are still here.